radio show in like half an hour. I just thought I'd say hi.
Okay.
The radio show.
Video
my
killed the
radio
radio
show
star,
in,
you
like,
know?
half an hour. I just thought I'd say hi.
So you're like conversing with your enemy.
Also,
We killed the radio
also,
star now.
No, Theory is in Nervous.
So you're like conversing with your enemy.
At the end
Also,
of the round,
We killed the
you're
radio
also,
star.
restoring a charge.
there's
all
that,
equipped
Maury.
lucky charms.
I thought you'd like this.
Some of the most overstimulating anything.
It's just
Maury.
KFC with Springtrap's head as.
It's from the official KFC goddamn account. It's from the official KFC. The
Oh god,
the
Gibby's
Espanol
live now.
account.
Gibby's live.
It's the Spanish KFC.
I'm hearing an
that-
ad from somewhere. I don't know what's going on.
It's GiBi's stream. You're hearing an ad from
Should
GiBi.
I do another
The audio on the other
KFC?
feed.
You could do an ad with
One way.
This is some of the most insane thing ever. Some of the most insane.
Wait, I'm on GiBi's stream. Why am I on GiBi's stream?
Some of the most.
Wait, how are you on Gibby's stream?
Some of the most.
Go on GiBi's stream. I'm hearing my own voice.
Gibby's stream.
Oh, Gibby put the audio of us on
Everybody's
Gibby's
everywhere now.
Go on GiBi's stream. I'm hearing. Hi, GiBi. I'm very scared. I just joined this VC to say hi, and now I'm on your stream. I'm scared. Help me. They've kidnapped me, GiBi. GiBi, they've kidnapped me.
Somebody said
So true.
this is chill and normal
just
in
like
GiBi's
visited-
stream.
It's kind of very low pressure to be able to like have a
Help!
conversation or like know they're having a conversation. And
GiBi!
actually
GiBi, don't leave me here.
Going to Gibby. So I guess it's just nervous
Gibby, don't
because
leave
she has
me here.
our audio. So I guess it's just...
Chat. People in GiBi's chat, you gotta help me. You gotta help me.
Oh, and Rachel.
People in GiBi's chat, you gotta help me. You gotta help me.
Hold on, I'm just gonna stream this VC to my channel.
Okay, everyone in GiBi's chat, I need you to start the hashtag #FreeTheffy. Okay, put that in chat. Everyone in GiBi's
No, yeah,
chat, I
you
need
start
you to
streaming
start the
drawing
hashtag
F10.
#FreeTheffy.
And we're just doing
Yeah.
the same voice call on two different screens.
Should I stream too?
I would run out of corners.
No, because it's funny, because I explicitly told GiBi, hey, I can't make it to stream today. So I joined this VC, and then now I'm on GiBi's stream.
I'm lost in my tabs because they all look exactly the same.
GiBi's in chat. GiBi.
Alright, and now I'm going to put
What
I'm
chat
lost
is
in my
this?
tabs because they all look exactly
They're
the
up.
same.
Look in GiBi's chat, everyone spamming #FreeTheffy.
Okay.
We're not holding you here, Effie.
Look in GiBi's chat, everyone
No,
spamming
you
Fazan
are
type #FreeTheffy. Hi, Fazan.
We're not holding you here, Effie.
This time we are
Fazan type #FreeTheffy. Hi, Fazan.
Yeah, this is like torture.
This call is also on my stream, so please.
Okay, so you're live now, so...
Yeah,
I am
This is
also
like
live
torture.
now. Yeah, put me on this. Put me on stream.
Okay,
No.
let me grab your video.
This in the drawer and get
I am
regular
also
No.
live now. Yeah, put me on
I'd rather
this
have that.
stream.
Okay,
No. GiBi said #FreeTheffy.
I'm getting double of everything. What is happening?
#FreeTheffy.
The green pack.
I'm getting double of everything.
GiBi said #FreeTheffy.
Oh,
I'm
somebody said
so
free-
overstimulated.
free in Nervous' chat.
I feel like I should turn this off.
Wait,
but I
people
just
saying
love
free-
it.
I'm so
Nervous
overstimulated.
Nervous
Nervous
chat.
is still mirroring our audio.
Hi,
Yes.
hi, Nervous. I'm Theffy. I haven't met you before, but hi,
Oh, I need to
hi,
mute
hi, Nervous.
Maury's
I'm Theffy. I haven't
audio
met you
so I
before,
don't-
but
it doesn't explode.
hi.
No wait.
Maury.
I'm crying.
Wait, what are you? Okay, so you got
Okay,
the
Nervous is
straight.
now gonna remove us. Remove us, Nervous. Remove us, Nervous.
Kill us. Put us out of our
Nervous.
misery.
Okay,
Hi.
you got
Okay,
the
Nervous
straight.
is now gonna remove us. God, oh, now you guys are coming
Okay,
in. through-
okay,
oh,
okay,
God.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
so
take
right
it.
click on the
I'll-
source,
I'll-
you
I'll turn it
control
off.
audio
I'll turn
via
it off.
OBS, and that'll create an audio track you can use.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so
Say bye.
No, this
Oh
is-
my God,
audio via OBS.
guys, I am the ghost in the machine.
What is
I am the
going
ghost in the
on?
machine.
What is
Oh
going
my God.
Just jumping in for a second to say bye,
No,
Nervous.
because people call me Ghost Boy because they think I died.
Oh yeah,
So I'm the
died?
ghost in the machine. Because people call me Ghost. I'm the ghost in the machine.
Okay,
So
I
I'm
think
the
that's
ghost in the
everyone.
machine.
Oh, Nervous is waving to someone.
I think
I'm the ghost in the machine.
So stupid.
Yeah, you got chat has to keep me
Oh my
updated on
God.
what
I think
people are
that.
saying.
Okay.
Wait, was
think what-
nervous? Was
This has
nervous
to be our
waving to
last
me?
run.
Hi.
And then I
I
have
think
to
she's
go.
about to
I've been streaming
close
for so long.
us.
Actually,
Oh my
I
God,
will
this is so funny.
take out my
Okay.
other laptop and pull up everyone's stream so I can look at their
Don't
chat
do
better.
this. Oh, actually, wait. Before I do all that.
Hey, GT Live's also live.
Oh my God, GT Live is live. Let's go. Let's go.
With someone who isn't in this.
Yeah, no, we're
circle,
not
that
putting
would be
GT Live
weird.
on there, but it's also just funny, just the amount of
I need the I
live
kinda
now
feel like I need to get
notifications I've been
cherries
getting.
for lemons.
Okay, hold on, wait. I can just mute that. Okay. What is up, everyone? This has been... It's playing the trailer, and it's loud for me. You guys can't hear it, but it's loud for me. Mute? Mute. Okay. Hi, everyone. This may have been the best 8 minutes of my entire career streaming. I was, if anyone's watching this in the future, I was on YouTube, and I saw... I didn't know that they, just for a second looking at this, I didn't know that they did the, they did a trailer for this game. That's pretty cool. I was scrolling on YouTube, and I saw that Absolix Guardian was streaming, and so I jumped in their stream to, like, say hi. And then Nervous was streaming, so I jumped in her stream to say hi. And then Absol started streaming my stream, which wasn't ready yet, and also Nervous's stream. And then people told Nervous that Absol was doing this, so Nervous started streaming Absol's stream, and it created an infinite loop of both of their streams at the same time. And then, so obviously I then went live 10 minutes early to stream both of them at the same time, creating infinite recursions of 3 people who were streaming at the same time, doing nothing. So that's what that all was. I don't know if I'll leave that in when this becomes a VOD, so maybe you guys will be the only ones who witness it. Maybe I'll make it like an unlisted video somewhere. A stream inside a stream? No, Babaloo. It was a stream inside a stream inside a stream. It was 3 streams. Someone says GT Live is also streaming. Yeah, I know that Absol was talking about that right before the little fun experiment stopped, but that was pretty fun. Hi, Jackie. Babaloo has a message to the future chat, which is quite funny. So who's here? We got Sophie, we got Robert, we got Secret Compass, we got Crash, we got Curse Charlie, we got Raven Faith, Babaloo, Pinganene. Oh, I know some of these people. I know you people. Mio, So if you guys do want to support other FNAF creators, because right now we have 52 people. If you're watching this on like your desktop or something like that, if you want to open like a tab in the background, you can mute it. But just open another tab and have like Nervous and Absol streams going at the same time. But today we are going to be finishing Five Nights at Freddy's Game Boy Edition made by CB Studio. So this is now our third stream doing this. What we're actually going to do is play Night 6. And if we can't beat it, well then too bad. And if we can beat it, then we'll go to 420 mode. And if we can't beat that, then also too bad. Basically, this is the last time I will be streaming this game, no matter how far we get. If we never beat Night 6, that's fine. If we somehow get through 420, that's cool too. We're going to do this for a couple hours or whenever, and then we're going to log off, and next time I stream, I'll be doing something else. I have a lot of stuff in the background, a lot of stuff planned to do streams about. So this will just be our little finale here with the Five Nights at Freddy's Game Boy Color Edition. People are saying time to get good. Game Boy Horror Homestead. Yes, the Game Boy Horror from Luigi's Mansion. I understand that. Robert says, I was so confused why the Mimic was bludgeoning me. So if you guys are subscribed to my Spooky Shack channel, then the most recent video I posted there was GiBi ASMR, the Mimic beats you to death with the head of a bee mascot suit. So Connie from Dual Process Theory posted in like the Theorist Discord chat, just literally the phrase POV, the Mimic beats you to death with a bee helmet. And I was like, you know, that's really funny. So most of you guys probably know that there's a huge channel, millions of subscribers, called GiBi ASMR. Although I think she calls herself GiBi or something, like GB. And so if you search me, she always comes up first. And I'm like, huh, would it be funny if I posted a GiBi ASMR video? And what would be better than POV, the Mimic beats you to death with a Bumblebee mascot head? So that's why that's there. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna unmute it. I'm gonna unmute the game. And we're gonna get going. We're gonna use my strats to try to beat it. I will maybe walk you guys through what some of my strats are. But first, there might possibly potentially be people joining me. By which I mean, I told someone I was streaming, they said when, and I told them when, and then they ghosted me. So that person might be joining, but it's unclear. We're gonna go to 6th night, and we're going to start. So you guys are gonna hear the game in 3, 2, 1. You should be hearing the game. I can't hear the game. I can't hear the game because I muted it on my computer level. There we go. Let's go. Night 6. ASMR stands for All Spooky More Remnant. That is so true. Alright, so we gotta go to the cam and we just gotta watch Freddy. 1, 2, 3. Freddy. Oh my god, they're already all gone. No, this is not going to be good. Okay, so there's Freddy. 1, 2, 3. Freddy. 1, 2, 3. Freddy. This is why I need other co-hosts on. Freddy. I'm going to say this one last time. Toy Chica is not hot, says Perat. Alright, I'm going to start looking at the doors. Left door, right door, cam. Close. Right door. Left door, cam. Okay, so basically, because of how this game runs, even if I see them and then check the camera, they basically don't have time to attack me. But oh, good golly, I sure hope Bonnie goes away soon. Freddy's still there. Check for Chica, not check for Chica. Check for Bonnie. He's gone. Open the door. Check for Freddy. He's laughing, which means he moved. He's in the bathroom. Okay, we're going to do a 1, 2. So Chica was just on the camera we saw, so we really only need to check for Bonnie, check for Freddy. So is Freddy. So if you guys don't know how Freddy works in this game, he works by, when you're looking at him, he cannot move forward. The way that Foxy works is if you're looking at any camera at all, it stalls him. When Freddy laughs like that, it means that he's moved to his next position. So he's currently in the kitchen. Also, I totally forgot to ask you guys if the audio is okay. Like, who's louder, me or the game? So right now what I'm doing, I'm just checking for Chica and Bonnie. Then I immediately check the camera. That audio means that Freddy's in the kitchen because that's his music box playing. So I just do this and I check him. And as long as I look on the camera, it'll stall him for 3 seconds. Did he move? It's a little more complicated than literally stalling him for 3 seconds, but that's basically how it goes. What do we got? Mio saw something cool on Facebook that was Kingdom Hearts related. That's awesome. I've been talking with Absolux Guardian a lot about Kingdom Hearts because they're just getting to 358 over 2 days, which is one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts games. Very underrated because most people who play the game in the modern day just watch cutscenes of it instead of actually playing it. Okay, so even though Bonnie's there, I didn't lose because the game lags so much. The volume is moderate. Okay, sounds reasonable. Good to hear. Well balanced. All right. Can't wait for more ASMR content with GiBi. That's fine. Wait, there are FNAF games, says Crazy. That is quite funny. Mio agrees that it's underrated. I agree. Oh. I'm waiting for the Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 remasters. I know that there's a rumor that at the finale of the new season of Fallout, they're going to release a bundle of 3 in New Vegas at the same time, the way that Oblivion was remastered. So I have heard that rumor. I don't know if it's completely true. So that screen right there, Freddy will appear on that screen, but there's an interesting quirk. So yeah, he's right there. There's an interesting quirk in FNAF 1 with the way that it's programmed that if Chica or Bonnie are on a screen, then Freddy will not appear. Only one animatronic can be on screen at a time. So even though we can't literally see Freddy, he's still on that screen. It just won't show him because Chica's there. So same thing right there. So Chica is right there, but Freddy is also there. We just can't see him. So that's just something you need to be aware of when you play FNAF. Hey, GiBi, I was at GT Live, but they had a Giga clickbait title, so now I'm here. Hope you're well. What are they doing on GT Live? I've not looked. I didn't even get a notification. Oh, Bonnie already left. Good stuff. My door's closed here, so I'm free from Freddy for a second. Rumor the guy from Fallout 1 will be back for Fallout 5. Is that what FO means? I don't know what you're talking about. Sophie asks, what do you make of the Pokemon Lego? Okay, I have a lot of mixed feelings. So if you guys aren't aware, Lego just released, or revealed, 3 new Pokemon Lego sets. The first 3 Pokemon Lego sets ever. They just got the license. So, year 2026, they can now sell Pokemon branded Lego. They released a giant $650 set that has Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard on it. The Charizard figure looks really good. The Blastoise figure looks pretty good. The Venusaur is a little derpy. It's also just a giant set, and $650 is obviously nothing to sneeze at. $650 is the same price as the UCS Venator, which is a giant Star Wars ship, and it's just sort of hard to see why they needed $650 for this Pokemon set. So I criticized them a little for that. I'll say I criticized them a moderate amount for that, actually. A reasonable amount of criticism, in my opinion. But I think the bigger issue is that they're also releasing a $200 Pikachu. Let me repeat that. A $200 Pikachu. And it looks awful. It looks so ugly. And before LEGO had the Pokemon license, Mega Bloks or Mega Constructs had it. And they had a pretty expensive, nice, life-size Pikachu. Not life-size, you know what I mean, but like a big Pikachu. That looked better than LEGO's. And so LEGO's charging $200 for a big Pikachu that doesn't move, isn't mechanical in any way, and is ugly as sin. And I'm kind of pissed about it. They also have a much cheaper Eevee. And because the Eevee is smaller, it's less detailed. And they use prints on it instead of trying to brick build things. And so it looks good. The Eevee looks incredible. The Pikachu looks like trash. The Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur looks fine. But $650 is way too much for the average person to buy that for. I think what I actually sort of and spending my time thinking about is, as someone who invests in Lego sets and Pokemon cards, the Pokemon card community is disgusting. The amount of scalpers, the amount of people who literally view it as investments. Like, the same sort of... I don't need to check Freddy. I don't know why I'm doing that. Chica's over there and the door's closed. The same people who invest in, like, crypto and stuff are also into Pokemon. And it's really annoying. And since the Lego sets are coming out and they're Pokemon related, those same investor dude bros are like, I'm going to invest in the Pokemon Lego set. And that's not how that works. Lego sets do not go out of stock. Lego will produce them for minimum 2 years, probably these products closer to 4 years, and they will sell. And if they ever go out of stock on the website, they'll be back within a month. and you will literally be able to get them whenever you want at maximum MSRP, and they'll almost certainly go on sale around Black Friday. So the idea that these will be good investments, the idea that you should try to scalp these is stupid and people are dumb. But if you're a normal consumer, if you're a really big Pokemon fan, and you're used to it being impossible to get anything for MSRP, or you're used to having to buy things on the secondary market because everything gets scalped. That was bad. That was really bad what I just did. There we go. Please, for the love of God, do not buy the Lego set on the secondary market. You do not need to. You will be able to get it for normal price on the internet. Am I dead? Yes. So what I did wrong there is I accidentally hit left when I was still viewing the camera instead of hitting left when I was out of the camera. So I was in a rhythm and I got out of the rhythm too much. So that was entirely my fault. I don't feel like that was RNG. That was my bad. What are people saying? I haven't looked at chat for a little while. Rip Mega Blocks. Yeah, I don't like Lego blocks. 650 is crazy even for Legos. Again, the bigger Star Wars sets sometimes go for that much, and I find that to be acceptable. Star Wars is this, giant franchise, and having giant ships and stuff like that is fine. Title is Rambly got big news, and it's how something neat was revealed on their indie dev thing. I was thinking like, oh man, did something happen? But it's just reacting to old stuff. That's the clickbait in Game Theory, apparently. I don't know what Ramblies is. I want the Titanic Lego set so bad. It is cool. It's not something I'd have in my house, like size-wise. Nor am I like a big Titanic fan, either the movie or the real thing. But yeah, it is a really good set. I wish they would do minifig scales of franchises like Pokemon Like a Gym or something. I also think that a Pokemon Gym would be cool. A lot of people were thinking it would be possible that they might do a series of Pokemon that are in scale with one another. And that would be cool, but that's definitely not what they're doing based on what we've already seen. No. Okay, so Freddy's probably there. Toy Chica, I need your opinion on Toy Chica. Are you talking to Toy Chica, or are you asking me? Because I think you said, yeah, you're the guy who said earlier that you did not find Toy Chica to be attractive. I also do not find Toy Chica to be attractive, because she's a robot of a chicken. And I'm not attracted to robots. I know that's a controversial opinion. Oh, Unwithered's in chat. What's up? If you want to join, I'm in the stream chat right now, if you want to hop on. I'm really far behind the chat. People are dumb, so true, GiBi. I'm guessing you're saying that in reaction to scalping. GiBi, have you seen the Fallout Lego sets? I'm aware they're not actual Lego. I can't recall the brand. Those are almost certainly Mega Constructs. Mega Constructs does Halo and Call of Duty licenses and stuff like that. Unwithered, yes, I did beat Night 5. I have a really good strategy now. I know what I'm doing. Oh gosh, I need to get like a second device to scroll through on. GiBi's cooked, I guess. Oh no. Close. Okay, so I know where Chica is, so I don't need to actually check, but I do need to check to cam stall. Freddy. So like right there, I did not need to hit the light, but I did anyway, because muscle memory, and that's what I need to get good at not doing. Freddy is still there. Bonnie is still there. Freddy has moved. I can now check Freddy. He's going to be in the bathroom. There he is. Alright. Unwithered cannot join the stream. Sad. And I'm guessing Withered is asleep. Candy said she can't, and T-Dredge is going to be streaming later, so I'm guessing I'm going to be alone. Let me know, people in chat. Let me know if when and if Absol's stream ends, and I'll maybe invite those guys on. Did I know that God of War is getting live action? Yes, I did see something about that. Jacob, I just got here. What is happening? We're playing Five Nights at Freddy's on the Game Boy Color. What do you mean, what's happening? GiBi's Lonely Homestead. Yeah. None of my friends are here to stream with me. It's alright. I'm going to be streaming. My goal is to stream once a week. Sorry, let me rephrase that. My goal is to stream twice a week, but at least stream once a week. So there will definitely be times when no one's around to join in chat, and it'll just be us. It'll just be me and you guys. Talk about Pokemon stuff, yep. We are still your friends. Do you still believe that? Thank you, Robert. How do you feel about the live-action Zelda movie, GiBi? I am not optimistic. It could be good, and I would like it to be good. The fact that they cast a age-appropriate Link, I think, is a huge plus. They cast an actual teenager. I think it was like 16 at the time of filming. That's what I want to see. I really do not like when they sort of change the ages of characters. I'll do a Harry Potter rant in a second. We don't know what game, if any, they're adapting, but it looks like it's not Breath of the Wild, which is also good. I'd like it to either be in a completely original story or be... Put it this way, the thing about the Zelda games is that there's almost always a different Link, and it's always almost a different era and a different time period. And so there's almost no such thing as a way to tell a coherent Zelda story while touching on all of the different games. Like, they're not going to go into the Twilight Realm, because that's Twilight Princess. There's not going to be a giant ocean, because that's Wind Waker. Based on the casting of the characters, they're not doing Ocarina of Time, because they need a young and adult versions of the characters. So I'm guessing it's going to just be a generic story taking iconography from Zelda. There will be Ganon. He will probably have his origin story as seen in Ocarina of Time. He will try to take over the kingdom. Link will find the Triforce. They will stop Ganon. They might have a fairy companion, right? It'll kind of take iconography from Zelda 1, Ocarina, and Breath of the Wild, probably, to make a story, and that's fine. I don't really see how you could tell the game's story in a coherent way, because the games aren't meant to have a story the way that movies do. Will Link speak in the movie? Almost certainly. It would be funnier if Link never spoke and kept getting interrupted. I don't know if that would work. Someone says, as long as it's not the anime. I don't know what that's referring to. GiBi, what do you think about Roxanne Wolf? Do you think she's attractive? I do not find any of the animatronic characters or any fictional character attractive. They are just drawings. Sun, calm down, it's just a drawing. Zelda's a blue dress, so it might be Breath of the Wild isms. Yeah, it'll be based on Zelda 2 Trust. Well, Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 could be sort of interesting. But Zelda 2 is all about resurrecting Ganon from you killing him in the first one. So that could be a sequel. Well, excuse me, princess. Yeah, it'll be better than the original cartoon. It would be cool if, like, a James Bond Link where they swap actors. I just don't think that a general movie-going audience would be like, man, I can't wait to watch a movie, you know, based on Ocarina of Time, and then in the next movie, Majora's Mask, it's just the young kid again, and there's never an adult Link, and they're like, that's weird. And then the next movie is Wind Waker, and it's like 100 years later, everyone is dead. And Withers said, some hot drawings, though? I'm guessing you're referring to when I just said I'm not attracted to fictional characters. I don't know. Wait, it'd be cool if they... no, I read that already. They said he won't have a Navi-like companion. Boo! Boo, we need someone for Link to talk to when he's alone, and I love Navi. Navi's the best. Only thing I remember about Zelda is watching a cat steal someone's lunch. Is that the opening of Twilight Princess, maybe, with a fish? It might be A Link to the Past. A Link to the Past could be fine. I saw a video saying Withered and Classics are the same. Do you agree with every point in Impulse Evan made? I definitely liked Impulse Evan's newest video. I can't say I agree with everything he said without remembering absolutely everything he said. But at the moment, I do not believe in the Unwithered. I think that before they were Withered, it was just the Classics. I think they looked like the Classics, they were broken down, and then they looked like the Withereds, and then those were fixed up to look like the Classics again. So I do not believe in the Unwithereds. GiBi, what would you think if they referenced the CDI games? I do not think they will. Navi is overhated. Navi is the best. Navi is one of my favorite characters. I know Gojo is just a drawing, but I simp so hard. Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. GiBi, you're getting mad at you in group chat. I don't know what that means. Let it be Spirit Tracks. It will not be Spirit Tracks. I expect it'll be stories roughly about the games, kind of like the FNAF movie. Yeah, probably FNAF movie would be a good example. I think it'll be completely new, pulling from everything in like the Super Mario movie. I feel like it has to be its own things. I personally do believe in the Unwithered, says Parthat. I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude, and you keep asking me weird questions. I don't need to check the cameras because the door's closed. What am I doing? Okay, now I have to. So I've made a couple errors here. So if I lose... Oh, no, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. If I lose due to power consumption, it's my fault, because I have made at least 3 errors. FNAF 6 Unwithered Freddy is in the Phasment Entertainment logo. I think that's just... Oh, no. I think that's just classic Freddy. Like to be based on Zelda 1, but from stuff from all over the franchise, yeah. Focus, GiBi. See, I don't know if you're just telling me to focus in general, or if that's a Focus M reference. Look, a distraction! The real problem is I have to look to an entirely different monitor to read this, because I'm stupid. GiBi, have you ever played Faith? No, I have not. Are you about Faith, the Unholy Trinity, or whatever, or a different game? GiBi, have you ever heard of bagels? Yes, and you're only asking that to hear me say bagel in my New Jersey accent, because people who speak English in different parts of the country don't like how I pronounce bagel, crayon, mirror, horror. I'm drawing a bagel with my horror mirror crayon. Unwithered popping in to say that the FNAF 6 thing that was mentioned earlier is a tracing of Withered Freddy, but I'd presume Unwithered Freddy. I'm not advanced enough to fully understand that. New Joyzy, says someone in chat. And you guys are just going to keep arguing about that. I have such a hyperfixation on the NES Zelda game and lore lol. Or both games, yeah. When I was a kid, I drew a hand-drawn map on a piece of paper of the Zelda 1 map, because I wanted to do that. Like, the concept of, like, going online and looking at a map did not occur to me, because internet access was just kind of different back then. I did not complete the map, and I've only ever beaten Zelda 1 on an emulator that I used the slowdown for, because I found the whiz robes to be impossible. Like, I love the game, I love exploring, I love, like, the little puzzles and the whatnot, but I got to the whiz ropes, and I'm like, I just can't dodge these. Like, I have, like, upgraded armor or whatever, and I just cannot win this part, so I had to slow down the game. So I've beaten it, but by cheating. I drew a handmade SpongeBob universe map when I was younger, but my brother ripped it up. That sucks. That's unfortunate. What do you think is the best piece of FNAF media, games, books, movies, etc.? God, I can't believe you're here watching me stream and you haven't watched all 36 hours of my FNAF video and also retained every single opinion and piece of evidence I ever said in it. That's crazy. You're a fake fan. But no, I've been very, very open about the fact that I think the best piece of anything that has the name FNAF in it is The Real Jake. If, the problem with The Real Jake is that it's not a standalone book, so if we're only counting standalone things, right, if I have to put Blackbird and Hide and Seek in there as well, therefore I can't just say The Real Jake, then the answer would be The Week Before. The non-canon novel The Week Before. GiBi, how can you hate Breath of the Wild if you love NES Zelda? Because Breath of the Wild is a tech demo that they forgot to make a video game for, and NES Zelda is great. My friend stole my phone and is... I'm not saying that. I'm gonna die. Gremlin and Absol will be contacting you. Okay. Sophie says, it's an 8-bit kind of game that's spooky. I think you'd like it. Yeah, I think it's called, Faith the Unholy something. Wendigoon made a video about it. I'm gonna get jump scared, and then I'm gonna jump in a call with, I'm guessing Mori and Absol. Or Gremlin and Absol, I guess. GiBi's about to be gabbed. Yeah. Har, 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 har. Yeah, the Unholy Trinity. Yeah, I saw the Wendigoon video. People talking about hyperfixations and trains. Willing to speak in the movie. Har, 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 har. Har, har, har. Har, 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 har. Also, I didn't know you like Wendigoon. I mentioned Wendigoon in my 36-hour video. I can't believe you guys don't know all the GiBi lore. I've been watching Wendigoon since his Last of Us 2 video. I subbed to Wendigoon when he had like 6,000 subscribers, and he was making videos that were very similar to my Absurd series, and so I was like, oh, I will watch this young man with interest. He has a lot of similar content than me. And then he exploded and has millions of views. I met him once at an event thing. I'm a big fan of him. Iceberg Boy, Wendigibby, Isn't Impulse Evans, whatever. GiBi got a Slay Queen, lol. Gibson, I love Creepcast. Yeah, what was the thing? It wasn't Creepcast. It was, Wendigoon worked/funded a movie based on Stalker, and they did a premiere of the movie in a theater in New York City. So I went there and I met Wendigoon. And I have a picture of him. I posted him on Twitter before. Oh, yeah, Wendigoon's actually been following me on Twitter for a while. So he did an Iceberg that was like the most disturbing movies of all time or something. And one of them was just like a video of I usually try to keep this content separate, but I guess it doesn't matter because we're already talking about like rated R content, like the stuff that Wendigoon talks about. Wendigoon on the most disturbing video iceberg thing was talking about one of Chris Chan's videos, and so because I have a Chris Chan channel, I talked about like, oh, you know what's really interesting is this Netflix show, I think it's called like Brickleberry or something, made a Sonic 2 reference this week, and also this week Wendigoon talked about Chris Chan, and Wendigoon saw that video and then followed me on Twitter, so he's been following me for a couple of years. And that's really cool. That's really something. Gibson, Gremlins in chat, Absol's in chat. How do I call you guys? I missed your call. I don't know how to talk to you. Oh, I figured it out. Guys, I'm so bad at Discord. Okay, Absol and Gremlin, when I join the call, you will be live. 3, 2, 1, join call. Hello? Hello?
Gibson.
Absol and Gremlin? What the
We
dang
did
heck?
it!
We did it!
We got Gremlin on a stream!
Yes, that's your first stream.
Famous.
Yes. Mio has a question about Kingdom Hearts, about them looking more human every time. I've seen pictures of Sora standing next to the Pirates of the Caribbean cast, and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
I think that Sora's on the PS2 he was very cartoony and he kind of got a little, I'd say, just like more HD over time. Have you seen the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 from like 5 years ago?
I've seen parts of it. Yeah,
it's
like,
disturbing.
He's like, I'm like, what happened to my boy?
Yes, I hate it. He's disturbing.
Because, you know, playing on the DS now, everyone is super small and pixelated.
Yep. All right. Bye, Unwithered. Unwithered says, GiBi being bad at Discord is my favorite running not gag. Bros, making fun of me. This is elder abuse. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Yeah, respect your elders. You're supposed to respect your elders.
Someone says Fent? Who's Fent? Are you talking about Phasma Entertainment? I don't know.
It's an insane way to acronym that.
Yeah. Anyway, Sora, the Kingdom Hearts 3 graphics I think are totally fine.
All I've seen of that is the
Absols.
gift of Woody, like, having a big dramatic...
Oh, yeah. Wait, let him
like,
cook. Yeah. The meme. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it's too Final Fantasy. Like, yeah, I really hope they change it for Kingdom Hearts 4. It's crazy.
Well, they've been working on something for 5 years.
Yeah, what's crazy about being a Kingdom Hearts fan, right? So as someone who, like, played all the games the way that you are right now, is casual fans who only played 1 and 2 are like, I've been waiting 15 years for Kingdom Hearts 3. And I'm like, you're stupid. They've released a Kingdom Hearts game almost every year for all of those years. You're just not playing them because they don't have a number at the end. Now is different.
Like, still issue. That's
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people who call themselves big Star Wars fans and don't try to read any of the books.
Yeah.
Like, I feel similarly. I'm like, there's more of your franchise right there, but you're refusing to engage with it.
When
But books are hard to read.
Books are hard to read. Wait, I can't read. TD doesn't read. When The Force Awakens was coming out, I was listening to there's a very popular channel back in the day called Collider. I think they're still around, but their heyday was like 12 years ago. And it was a bunch of, like, you know, older Gen X guys who were talking about Star Wars, and they're like, it's crazy that Star Wars has been gone for 10 years. You know, it's been 10 years since the last movie. And I'm like, listen. The prequels were all 3 years apart, okay? Phantom Menace in 99, Attack of the Clones in 02, Revenge of the Sith in 05. 3 years later, 08, the Clone Wars movie comes out. And then every single year, from 08 onwards to 2015 when The Force Awakens came out, every year there was a season of the Clone Wars or a season of Rebels. Star Wars never left. It was never gone. But these old fogies never watched the TV show. So that's why they're wrong.
Or read, like, again, I'm not like, oh, you're not a real Star Wars fan if you don't do XYZ, but, like, be aware that it exists and also be clear about, like, if someone says they're a massive Star Wars fan, I should be able to talk about Rey Sloane with them. And you're the only person I've met who calls themselves a big Star Wars fan who knows who she is.
Literally making up characters, not real.
Rey Sloane is one of, I talked about this last stream, but no, she's definitely one of the more interesting characters because she was immediately shown in different media. She was in New Dawn, which was the Rebels prequel, and then also in the Aftermath trilogy. My wedding set is Kingdom Hearts, says Mio. Oh my god, that is so cool.
I think if the Ahsoka show hadn't been made, I think we would have gotten a Thrawn Ezra Sloane follow-up something. Because, like, the Grisk are in the unknown regions, but now, and then in the time of the sequels, they're not.
The
Presumably those
I-
cats are related.
I think the Grisks are just the canon Yuzon Vong. I think that's just what they're
Oh.
doing.
Absolutely, because
Yep.
part of it is Lucas did not like that they were immune to the Force,
Yep.
but I think they were smart. I think if they brought in the Yuzong Vong but made them not immune to the Force, everyone would say it was stupid.
Yep.
And so they created the Grisk instead, and they have their own gimmick of using real guns and being really good at blackmail on a cultural scale.
Yep. All right, chat. I turned their volume up a little bit, so let me know if that's good. I actually maxed it out on Discord. They're at 200%, so let me know if that's better. Also,
so loud.
Mio, that Kingdom Hearts wedding thing is cool. Robert says, flex by bringing up the Grey Jedi. I'm gonna say something that might be controversial, but Grey Jedi don't exist.
Correct and true.
George Lucas was very clear about that. Once
Correct and true.
down the dark path you start, forever will it dominate your destiny. There is no such thing as a Grey Jedi.
Yeah, like the closest I think what they make work is Elazar Mann in the High Republic, and it's that he starts down the dark side, and then he's like, oh shit, and then he goes to inpatient therapy on an ocean planet, and then he's good, but he's like always been more connected to the dark, and that's important for a thing in the finale I don't want to spoil.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, and then they contrast him with a different guy who is a fallen Jedi, who also starts looking into the dark side for research purposes, but it does not go to therapy, and then becomes evil.
Yeah,
But they let Yoda keep him in the Jedi Temple basement because he knows the lore.
2, 3. The closest to a Grey Jedi is Ahsoka, but she is explicitly not a Jedi. Literally,
Yeah.
one of her most famous lines is, I am no Jedi.
Yeah, and even though he wrote it, I feel like someone needs to remind Dave Filoni of that.
I also think, like, the general public, they hear Jedi, they're just like, oh yes, good people who use the Force. As opposed to, like, no, a Jedi is a specific religion. You can be an Ashla user and not literally be a Jedi.
Yeah, that's something I really like about Phase 2 of the High Republic, is that we get to see all these different Force religions. And they're all, like, living on Jeddah in its heyday. High Republic is great.
Imagine knowing anything about Star Wars.
Imagine understanding. Listen. The Ashla and the Bogan. When we're talking about Rey Sloane in this specific instance, we got to talk about how actually Ahsoka took the bled lightsabers that she got on Ilum and turned them into crystals, but only the bled lightsabers from the Inquisitor. Because she went to Ilum and they were already like strip mining it, so like she couldn't get a Kyber crystal from there, so she had to take one from the Inquisitor and she had to purify it, which is why she has white lightsabers.
Yeah, and then Dave Filoni erased her girlfriend from the timeline.
And then Dave Filoni erased his own story.
This is
Well,
gonna
no,
give
it
me a
was
hernia.
so what it was is that Lucas wrote like the outline, and then he was like, "Oh, if I don't sell Star Wars to Disney, I have to lay off Pablo Hidalgo and those kinds of people." So even though it will result in it being canceled, because obviously Cartoon Network is not gonna let one of their flagship shows go to their competitors. And so they gave that outline to E.K. Johnson, and she inserted Kaden, who I called Ahsoka's girlfriend because they're like setting up
Come
some
on.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then Dave Filoni's like, because Dave Filoni can't read, he just did it again.
He's just like me for real.
I really hate the I always get it wrong because of FNAF. Tales of the Jedi, right? Right, not Tales from the Jedi?
Yeah.
Okay.
And confusingly, Tales of the Jedi was already a thing. It was the 90s comics. That was the first High Republic stuff with like Exar Kun and company.
Yeah, the Tales series for Star Wars, it retold the events of the Ahsoka novel, but it changed just enough to like make it not possible to fit into canon. And they could have just not done that. And it was either Pablo Hidalgo or Dave Filoni. They were like, well, you know, Star Wars is a mythology, so actually hearing the same story from two different perspectives is fine because the story changes every time someone tells it.
So obviously Ahsoka's not canonically clear because they weren't doing that to big movie characters back then. But Kaden is. And she's also a black woman, and they replace her with a white man. You can't do that.
Well, they also they changed the race of the Inquisitor, like the species, the alien race.
Yeah, that too. Like the sixth brother is a guy who exists, and like we have like all the Inquisitors pretty heavily plotted out from the Dark Lord of the Sith comic run, and then they just added this new guy. And it's funny that like there's this French series of like Star Wars encyclopedias that come out as like periodicals. And that, and then a new edition of Secrets of the Sith could not, or desperately trying to make that a different guy. Because I think, you know, Kathleen Kennedy, when she rebooted it, she was like, we're going to make everything one continuity now. And they were able to keep that up. But then Dave Filoni was like, you guys don't care about books. You don't read either, so let me do whatever I want.
Let me just, you know, the Kanan comic we made, what if that just didn't happen? Because I wanted to add a little cameo to the Bad Batch.
Yeah, and what if I made Kanan also look white?
Well.
Yeah, and that one's more ambiguous.
Yeah. Someone in chat said they loved the Force Unleashed 1 and 2. It was better on the Wii. So Force Unleashed was better on the Wii because the Wii was based on the PS2 version, which is just better than the PS3 version. I never played it on the Wii. I'm sure that the motion controls were pretty cool, although maybe they weren't. Someone says Justice for Dash Rendar. Someone was saying something else, but I missed it.
Somebody said Kyba crystals. I'm gonna get you, Yug. Or Yugi.
Draw your last pathetic lightsaber, Yugi.
Yeah. And then also, like, you're like, oh, well, you know, they're making these Tales shorts for people who aren't big fans. And then, boom, Ventress is alive. Don't ask how.
Okay, how about don't ask how she died, because,
oh, yeah. No, it's don't ask how she knows Quinlan Voss.
Yeah. The last time we saw
don't
Asajj
ask how she
Ventress,
died.
we saw her in Clone Wars, kind of like flying her ship away after like leaving Palpatine, whatever. And then, if you don't read the books, the next time you see her is the Bad Batch, right? Where she's alive. But if you do read the books, the next time you see her is Dark Disciple, where she dies. And then the next time you see her is the Bad Batch, where she's just alive for no reason. And then we get the story of how she died.
Yeah,
so
back to life. Also, Quinlan Voss is there.
Yes.
And I think it's because Dave Filoni did read that, because he isn't capable of reading a book, but he is capable of reading scripts. And unlike the Ahsoka novel, which was just based on an outline, Dark Disciple was based on scripts that had already been written.
Yeah, it's an unfinished Clone Wars arc.
Yes.
Let's I think we gotta put a time limit on our Star Wars discussion.
We need to make a dedicated Star Wars stream.
Yeah.
Nerds.
Someone said, me when I rehash the same movie 30 years later and nothing has changed because they're useless. Yeah, that's why The Force Awakens is bad. I almost died when I realized they weren't going to explain Dark Disciple at the beginning of her Tales episode. Yeah, it's crazy.
I was cackling because I like being able to tell people to read books, but then I was like, wait, why didn't they do this for Ahsoka?
Yep.
They should have just had Kaden in a short and not explained who she is. Pick a lane, dude.
They should just turn the good books into animated movies. When can I get a Lost Stars movie? Make me a Lost Stars animated movie.
I want a Lost Stars sequel. It ended on such a cliffhanger. Like, we know so much more now about the New Republic. And I'm like, okay, and she's just still in a jail cell?
That was like 35 years ago or whatever, yeah. No, I'd love to see what happened to those characters afterwards.
Yeah, and like Nash and like maybe joining the Proto First Order, and like an Alderaanian Imperial would be like such an interesting character. Because he is an interesting character, because it's a good book.
Gremlin.
I didn't say it on the stream.
Bruh. I'll ban you in chat even though you're on call.
That's fine.
Wait, that's fine. Alright, okay, no more Star Wars. We gotta ban Star Wars from chat.
Yay.
You guys gotta read me some chats. Actually, what we gotta do, how many likes does the stream have right now?
It has 78
38.
viewers and 43 likes.
That's only half
Only
of you
like
guys.
half of
What
you?
are you doing? Jeez. Come on, guys. We're playing Five Nights at Freddy's here.
Wasted Ink says, call me Edward because I'm gonna make a woman out of this endo.
What?
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 I tell you what.
Mrs. Trap says more stream slop. Yay, because she loves using the word slop.
Slop, slop, slop.
that was a bit where she just put slop in front of like Dreadbear slop.
Whoa! Hold on! I closed that. Oh, come on!
Uh-oh.
Wait, was that Bonnie getting in, or did Chica get in, or did Freddy get in?
I don't know. I can't hear anything.
Oh my god! Oh, you know what? I'll stream to you guys. Duh.
Yeah, absolutely. You can wait, Mio. Sorry,
There.
Mio's addressing me. You can send me your wedding set. I'm Absolux Guardian on Discord.
Yeah. And then Abs
Is there
looking
a
forward
custom
that
night
to
in
me.
this?
Yes.
Oh, so cool.
1, 2, 3. 1,
Wait.
2, 3.
I just realized they have Game Boy Color emulators for the DS. I could put this on my DS.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I did load a joke
1,
Pokemon
2,
ROM hack
3.
on to my DS.
1, 2,
'cause I have a
3.
flash button now. I have so much power.
Yes. 1,
5
2,
slops at
3.
Freddy's.
Toy
How about
Chica
Five
Slop.
Nights at Sloppy's? Although that might have a different connotation.
No,
Yeah.
No,
However.
no. That's the That's another name for the redacted location.
No.
Oh, Seeker's back.
I should.
Same
Maybe.
speaker.
I came up with a funny, but I'm not gonna say it on stream.
Gibby,
Ah.
ban Seeker before she says something dumb.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, we
ban
were arguing
Seeker.
with Seeker. Seeker's convinced that Golden Freddy and Fredbear are two different animatronics.
Okay. That's fine.
But you see, and we see they're the same with the.
Mrs. Trap influence theory. She's influenced the chat to stop saying slop. Oh, to start saying slop.
Slop.
Wasted. I'm not in the OMC server for some reason. I'm in Withered's public server.
The
Yeah, I'm in.
OMC
I
server?
always have to think for a moment to remember if it's withered or unwithered.
Wait, you're in the which withered circle? Oh my god,
I'm in
which
Withered's
wither
public
circle?
server.
Okay. Which I am not in. I'm not gonna be in a public server ever.
Real and
Aren't
base.
you in Mamakado's?
Yeah, but I don't ever post in there. I also didn't
Yeah, I'm
know it was
also in,
public
I'm
until
also
just
in
now.
Mamakado's, but yeah, you can find my name there.
Charles Wolf asked if you like Tron, Gibby.
If I like Tron, God, I cannot believe you guys are not following me on Twitter at Gibby_Devon. Because
Yeah,
I
but
posted
Twitter
about
is
Tron
hell.
there. That
I
is
don't use
true.
Twitter.
Wait, that's
And I never have.
true.
You can't
Life hack,
contain me with
Blue
a
Sky.
character limit.
Blue Sky.
Life
Because I'm not
hack.
on Blue Sky either.
Life hack.
I'm on
Never
Tumblr.
make a Twitter account.
I'm on Tumblr.
Oh my gosh.
Tumblr's slightly better.
Again, only because the only thing keeping me there is the lack of a character limit. I was
Mhm.
considering going on Blue Sky, and then I found out it has a character limit.
But Blue Sky's cool.
Bruh.
All my Transformers friends moved from Twitter to Blue Sky.
That's a sentence no one has ever said before. Blue Sky
About
is
just
cool.
Tumblr or Blue-
Blue Sky is cool. Oh my god. So yes,
It's okay,
on
like
Twitter
Twitter,
I talked about the new Tron movie when it came out. So I think the first Tron movie is really interesting. I do not think it's a good movie. I do not think it holds up, but it's really cool, especially for the time period it came out. I think that Tron Legacy, similarly, is also not a good movie, but it's really cool and it's really interesting for the time it came out. I'm glad those movies exist. I'm glad that Disney tries to do those little experimental things with interesting stories. I like the way that the first and the second one connect. I really like that they sort of pioneered the de-aging special effects that we now see all over the place. Like Clue in Tron Legacy, who is Jeff Bridges' character but younger, so he's face swapped, looks terrible. But it's the same technology that we now see in literally every movie that's ever been released. So I think it was really cool, because Tron's all about technology, and so them pioneering new styles of filmmaking, I think is really neat. Tron Ares is also really interesting, and also not a good movie. But one of the things that makes it interesting is that it's a legacy sequel to a legacy sequel. It came out, 12 years after the second one, which came out 30 years after the first one. It does not follow any of the same characters. And its entire... the basis for the plot requires you to know what happened in the first two, which I think is crazy. Typically that kind of movie would be, we're going to just kind of forget that those old movies happened. And because the young kids watching this won't watch an old movie, this one's like, no, you gotta know the lore. You gotta, know what's going on.
Even though it's not even following the same character.
Not the same characters, but it's the same
I haven't
world.
watched Tron, but I played Lego Batman 3, which like basically gets me there.
Well, you got to play Kingdom Hearts 2, which has Tron in it, and then play Kingdom Hearts
would literally
Dream
never
Drop
do that.
Distance, which has
I would literally never do that.
Tron Legacy in it.
I am
Absol.
like, do I need to watch Tron to understand Kingdom Hearts 2?
No.
Absol's already trying to get me into Star Wars. I'm not gonna also get into Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. Oh my god. Tron is not Star Wars. Tron Slop. Everything Tron Slop. No.
But I did not know there were only 3 Tron movies. I assumed it was like Aliens, that they just made a bunch of them.
No. There's a TV show around the time that Legacy came out. There was like an animated CGI thing on Cartoon Network, which is not canon to anything, but it's still a thing.
Tron was in Lego Dimensions, was it?
One of my professors did his first lecture,
no, I don't think it was,
a little
actually.
thing on like
Lego set
groundbreaking
around the time, I
moments
think, is what I'm thinking that.
of computers and film, and so he like brought up Tron and war games and AI.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, the robot in AI is named David, and I had to stop myself from being like, what? In class.
Yeah. Mio brings up that Dream Drop Distance has The World Ends With You in it. Yes, which is why I played The World Ends With You on the DS, and it is a great game. I know it was ported to other things, but frankly, I don't understand how you could port it without the dual screens, so I've only played the original.
The Wii U has 2 screens.
Yeah, but it was ported to, like phones.
The phone is one long screen, is like 2 wide screens.
Wait,
Well,
that's
they make
true.
dual screen phones now.
Yeah, the Galaxy Flip or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Z Fold.
Wait. So does Dream Dot
is that the same new phone? Same old
Dream
phone
Dot
one?
Distance is The World Ends With You. Does it have The World Ends With You characters
Yes.
in it, or does it
Yes.
like,
The World Ends
all
With
the Final
You.
Fantasy?
Yes. So instead of Final Fantasy, it has World Ends With You characters.
Did they change the backstories a lot? Because like I've never played a Final Fantasy, but I read all the like entries in Jimmy's diary, and like so like I know the other kids on Destiny Island are from Final Fantasy, and that Leon is not from Final Fantasy VII, but it says that all of the 7 guys and Leon are from the same world, which I thought that every numbered Final Fantasy game took place in a different world.
I have never played
Slopster location.
any Final Fantasy, and don't know anything about it, but I did play The World Ends With You. It does. You do not need to know the lore to World Ends With You to understand Dream Drop Distance. Someone says second one came to Switch. Yes, but making a sequel to The World Ends With You with completely different gameplay is different than porting a game that was entirely meant to be played across 2 screens, doing different things on each screen.
Well, good news, I can put any game I want on my DS now.
They put
very
Zombie U on like every console, didn't they? Even though
Yeah.
the interesting part about that was that it was on Wii U.
Yes,
The
and-
visual novel that has Sheldrake's morphogenic fields in it also does cool stuff with the dual screen, where like 2 things are happening at once, and so you got to read both screens at once.
Yeah, that's what World Ends With You is. It's like a rhythm game on the top screen with the D-pad with your left hand, and then you're like using the stylus on the touchscreen in the bottom to like dodge and do things. It's been a very long time since I played it.
Oh, that seems neat. That seems cool.
It's very good.
Overwhelming. It's like why I couldn't beat Chain of Memories, because I couldn't do cards and dodge at the same time.
Someone can you...
Final Fantasy, when I was doing the Days tutorial, the big guy was like explained what a limit break was, and I was like, oh, like Final Fantasy. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, of course, like Final Fantasy.
No. Can you guys scroll up? No, I thought I had it. I missed a cool chat.
What are you missing? Most of people saying slop.
Was it
Jeff
Slop
Jeff
Breach?
Bridges slop. I hate AI. Oh, Tom Bombadil makes Omen Consequences look like a worm. That's what I was trying to read. I saw something with Tom Bombadil, and I was like, I don't know what that is. Or sorry, I do know what that is. Together we are slop.
We are slop.
Can you guys... Are either of you mods? No.
No.
Okay, Absol, I'll make you a mod. Can you post in something so I can just right-click you?
Sure.
Sorry, Gremlin, you need to be on at least 5 streams before you can become a GiBi mod.
I understand.
Don't
I'm a
trust
rando.
her.
Don't trust me. I cannot be trusted.
That is
Yeah.
moderator.
So you just want? Is there anything particular you want me to take care of right now? or just keep an eye
Someone.
on-
Okay, so right now, if you,
Okay,
I will,
picture.
yeah, I will do, we'll do, or I'll pardon you for your past posts, but if you say gooning again, then we'll put you in timeout.
Okay. Yeah. The alert when I came on was "Don't forget you are a mod," and I was like, "Delta Word reference."
Har 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 har.
That's too dangerous. I can't be a mod. I can't be trusted.
It's too dangerous to be
I
kept
banned
Did
alive.
you like take out Seeker for real once?
I did kill Secret in your stream once.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Also, yeah. Don't like happy ban people. Don't
Yeah,
don't
no.
be trigger happy.
Oh, so the Kingdom Hearts wedding pic is I think it's a wedding ring inspired by the papao fruit.
Oh, that's very cool.
Is
My
everything
friend
for
is
a mod?
one of my friends is really into Kingdom Hearts, and I remember when those were released, I sent him a picture of one. I'm like, you should like get one of these, and he's like, no. Okay, fake fan, God.
It's the perfect wedding ring for the
Yeah.
Vico Sora Kyrie polycule.
Bruh. Okay, we got 80 viewers and only 50 likes. What are you guys even doing? First of all, everyone in stream right now, all 80 of you gotta type 14 so that we can... Yeah, I died. Everyone right
I don't
now,
even like the
you gotta
stream.
type 14 and like the stream so that more people come and watch. I usually get more viewers in this, and it's your fault. Definitely not that people don't want to watch a live stream where someone's playing FNAF for the Game Boy Color.
I've
Okay, so I can do
been
mod
watching the hell out of this
I don't need to
stuff.
have my laptop
Somebody
up.
said free Theffy.
Free Feffy. Feffy's like doing a real job right now.
How dare you?
I can't. I need to go back and watch the VOD to hear what everyone was saying about the stream madness.
Oh. 1, 2. Oh, I'm totally off my rhythm. 1, 2, 3.
We need more brain rot.
1,
There's
2,
enough brain
3.
rot going on.
1,
Job
2,
slop.
3.
Bad.
Job slop.
Chat,
1, 2.
We're gonna do what I did
3.
with Maury's stream. Send alligator emojis.
1, 2, 3. Wait, that's Andrew.
Oh my god, it is.
If you were streaming Kingdom Hearts, maybe we'd spam 13. Har 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 har.
But
1,
Shion is
2,
14.
3.
They just don't like her because they didn't rename the organization.
No comment.
And also, I still call them. So when I first encountered them in Shaded Memories, I called them the Weirdo Patrol, and that's still their name in my head.
They're the Hot Topic crew, yeah.
The Hot Topic crew.
Yep.
Me and my friends.
Bruh.
Yes, alligators. Let's go.
Alligators in chat for Andrew the Vengeful Spirit.
Bear equals alligator. Very true. I'm gonna stop engagement baiting me when I lie.
Oh, I would never say that. I will engagement bait forever, guys. You gotta watch the stream.
Yeah, they were talking about somebody in chat.
Yeah, I didn't know if you
Okay.
wanted me to get that person, but Fazan took that back and tore him asunder. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's go. He was like constantly just saying stuff to get attention.
Yeah. Can you guys
Yeah.
read that someone with like a wolf name or something commented? I just can't read it.
Gibby, do you think Tachi can become Remnant? It is important for FNAF AU I am thinking about.
I don't know what that means.
Think Tachi. I don't know what a Tachi is.
Me neither. I'm not consciously aware of what that means on this side of the universe, so one of you has to tell me what that means.
I don't know what it is either. I'm assuming it's an anime thing.
I was assuming it was a Kingdom Hearts thing.
If it is, I have no memory of it.
Tulpa Slop.
Tulpa slot. And Fazan, if you want to hop in, we can definitely add you to the call. I don't know what you're doing though. What was that? What was that? I looked at the
Really
replay
not
on the
enjoying
stream.
being
It was
on Twitch.
it was the Bonnie jump scare, like the Bonnie face jumping in your face scare. Jeez.
Oh, they put that in the thing.
Poppy
That's so
is
cool.
just a proto katana.
Oh.
Why did you not just ask if swords can be
Can-
remnant? That is the most pretentious way
Bruh.
to ask that question ever.
Not only was it not a
And-
katana, it was a specific type. That's quite funny.
Yeah, it's like a proto katana.
Lol. Okay, so based on frights, yes.
Yeah. If you want to learn about what that would be like, you should read the Locked Tomb series, because there's a haunted sword in that that basically follows Remnant rules.
Yeah.
I have Remnant in me. They
Can you
filled me with
guys?
Remnant.
Oh my gosh, can you guys just read the last, like, I don't know, 15 messages? Make sure I'm caught up.
15.
Yeah. Okay.
Tashi slap.
A Tachi slap. One of my favorite FNAF moments is when the living kids in the Happy State minigame where the medial commander mask. Okay, I don't know why. This trap wants to know Gibby's favorite animal.
Dog.
Fazant says he's at Job Slop, sadly.
No.
Nimbus Cloud says that's cool.
Yeah, people are saying Tachi is a type of sword. Wasted Ink says the doors have AI fent.
What?
There's all kind of funny real life stuff that would contain remnant. Well, anything metal would contain remnant.
Yeah. Or agony, at least. In the Fred's continuity, agony can infect any object, including, like, a mirror.
Yes.
Remnant inside me says Minwad.
Yeah, Chris Charlie says it has lesbians, which slaps. They're referring to the Locked Tomb, which is like really good. Oh, Fent was addressing. Fent was addressing Fazant.
Mm. Oh, speaking of lesbians, did you guys see that they cast Max in the Life is Strange TV show?
Oh, I didn't even know they were making one.
Yes, I'm very
I
excited.
don't know what Life is Strange is.
Boo! How old are you? Get out of here! Have you ever played a video game before?
It's the
It's
tiny
peak.
cinematic game.
It is
I hate
peak.
video games with stories. I don't play video
Boo.
game for story. I play
Yeah.
video game to wall jump.
Oh my god.
If it does have a wall jump in it, I don't play the video game.
Bruh. What's your best time on 16-star speedrun?
Why do you assume I speedrun Mario 64?
Because you just said that you only play games with wall jump, so I'm assuming that you're a Mario 64
You
speedrunner.
play so much Mario 64, you've played it
I
with Springtrap.
I don't speedrun it though. I'm not
Oh my
a
gosh.
loser.
No, chicken, no.
But if a game has a story, I'm getting in non-skippable cutscenes. I get mad and close the game.
Never play Kingdom Hearts on the PS2 because there's like a 10-minute unskippable cutscene before one of the harder bosses in the game, and it's a meme in the community. It's
10
really
minutes?
long. It's really long.
Oh, is
I
it
guess I'm
the
never playing
lead up
Kingdom
to
Hearts.
fighting Riku in the big room?
You'll never take Kyrie's heart. Yep.
Yeah. Luckily, I had the HD version, so I just skipped that.
Yep.
And
When do you like
I
Mega
might
Man
not
X?
even
You can wall jump in
finish.
it.
I might not have even finished the game otherwise, because like that was when I started actually losing and having trouble in the game.
I really like the classic Mega Man games, but I haven't really been able to get into the X games for some reason. I don't know why. They're the exact same thing, but you can wall jump in them.
What is Seeker saying about Life is Strange?
Life is Strange
I know
purely
Life is
because
Strange purely because I've been obsessed with games that let you choose stuff since I was a kid.
That's cool.
It'd be interesting how they do the time loop when it's not a game.
Yeah, put it this way, the story definitely lends itself to an interesting TV show, regardless of... People are like, if you take out all the decision makings, what's left? It's like, what's left is a really good story.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry,
it's
it's peak.
It's so animated, I don't want to call it a visual novel, but like,
It's not. Yeah.
it's like, what if a David Cage game was good?
Yes,
Like, I
exactly.
think they're called like cinematic
True.
games.
Yep.
And I think
what if David Cage games were good? We'd be
I
in a
think
different
since
world.
so much of the making of a choice is like diegetic with the time loops,
Mhm.
like it's not just the player decides between the endings. Like Max is choosing between the
Mhm.
endings.
Yeah, no spoils, obviously.
Yeah. So you can still have the characters discuss the ending.
Yep.
They'll
And
just
then-
have to. Yeah.
They
and
gotta
then
pick one to be
choose
canon,
something,
but yeah.
Or
Um,
fade to
Streaming
black.
services have the ability to be choose your own adventure now, don't they? Like Netflix
Oh,
has
yeah, they
Minecraft
did
story
the-
mode.
They did the
Babadook? No.
yeah. We're talking about the same thing. It was a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah,
Um, But I think if you did that, you would just be recreating the game with full motion video.
Yeah. The other thing besides the ending is who romantically Max ends up with. There's two choices. And so I can see people being upset no matter which way they go with it.
Yeah.
Bring back FMVs, true.
Wait, that's
Bring back
true.
ugly games.
Oh,
want
that
ugly games
professor I was
back.
talking about, he's the guy who did Seventh Guest.
I don't
Are
know
you
what
not
that
old
is.
enough to have any recognition of Seventh Guest?
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
I
it's
also
one of
don't know
the
what that is.
first full motion video games.
Oh,
And so
interesting.
he talked about the process of making it, and how like the reason everyone was a translucent ghost was because they weren't that good at cutting people out with green screen.
That's funny. Omnisoap says Life is Strange 1 is good, but the others aren't. I really like Before the Storm. It kind of just feels like more of the same. I know it's completely different like gameplay, but I do like it being canon. I've been playing 2 with my friends for the last like year, because we very rarely see each other, but we played the original back in like 2016 together, so now we're playing 2 together. And yeah, it's definitely nowhere near as good.
There's also the one where you play as the little boy, right?
That's 2, yeah.
I thought that was like 1.5 or something.
Okay, so The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit is a canonical prequel to 2 that was released as a standalone like DLC type thing. It's like the FNAF Fury's Rage to Security Breach. It's like that, but to Life is Strange 2. But Life is Strange 2,
But
you
also
also play as a
canon.
boy. But canon, completely canon, yeah.
Oh, Fatman's trying to join. I will add him.
All right.
Server.
Have you ever heard of Harvester? Yes, I've heard of Harvester, but I've not played it. Definitely
Oh wait, I need
interested
to
in it.
friend Fatman.
Yeah. We're not in a server Phasm, we're in a call, because we didn't want to, because I'm not in anything with Gremlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you playing this on an emulator or a real Game Boy Color? Do you think that I have a Game Boy Color with a capture card? Because if I
Do
did,
they even make Game Boy Color capture cards?
I don't think they do. Foxy! I cannot believe I died to Foxy.
You can run your Game Boy game through either the Super Game Boy or the Game Boy player on the GameCube and do it that way.
Those
Wait,
are still technically
that's true.
emulators.
Well,
Yes.
They're
Just
like,
because they're not on PC doesn't mean they're
Either
not
way,
emulated.
yes. Either way, no, this is just on PC. One.
it would still be
no,
on
okay.
official the cartridge though.
This, the dev keeps telling me that this will be compatible with the real Game Boy Color, like when it's done. So you will be able
Need
to.
own it.
Hello, Fazza.
3.
Oh
You
my
guys need to
goodness.
play Harvester. So Soulcore, what's up, Fazan? So Soulcore, I plan on playing a bunch of different games, sort of once I get through my little backlog here of games that people who made them reached out to me and wanted me to play. Harvester could totally be on that list, because I love point-and-click games. I was already planning on playing, like, The Dig and stuff like that, so I'd love to do Harvester. That can totally be on there. How do you play this game? First you become a YouTuber, and then the guy who made it sends you the only complete build because it's not available to the public yet, and then you get to play it.
There is a version of the game on, I think it's itch.io.
Yeah. Which is only, it only has the first couple nights, though.
You can play it in the browser too.
Yeah.
Oh, Fazza's in chat.
Who's in chat?
I hear a turn signal.
Oh, Fazent's driving.
I'm midnight motoring it.
Bum, bum, bum,
In
bum, bum,
1987.
bum, bum, bum.
Point and click, have you played any of the Quest for Glory games? I have not, but I am obsessed with One Short Eye, who plays, who does a lot of YouTube videos about King's Quest and Sierra games like that. As a kid, the only point and click stuff I did was The Dig and a couple other, like, I never beat Monkey's Island, but I was definitely a LucasArts kid, not a Sierra kid. But The Dig was always my favorite.
Later that slop.
Later that slop.
Wait, that's true. Anyways, I was
I'm,
saying it in the chat,
I'm entranced by your Fuji tech.
Wait, what is it right now?
It's
Tinfoil.
tinfoil.
hat.
It's my hat.
Always
Yeah,
got
I said it in
some
the chat earlier, but I think people have major misconceptions about how Remnant and Agony and stuff work in FNAF.
Mhm.
I think that, like, because in Fright, they basically just say, like, there's emotional energy that leaks out from people that attaches to things in the surrounding areas, and when those things have an AI that they can manipulate, that's like the, like what acts like a haunted thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was giving the example of the Locked Tomb where they have a haunted sword. The sword just sits there and makes you feel bad, because just because you're haunting a sword doesn't mean it suddenly gains levitation powers.
Yep. Like the
Yeah.
mirror.
I mean, the paper pals can levitate, right?
Yeah, the mirror witnessed
The
the murder
murderers.
of the family, right? And the like emotional energy from that event leaked into the mirror, and it's just kind of like in there, but it doesn't do anything. It's
Yes.
just
You need intelligence. You need artificial intelligence for it to do anything.
The reason why Jake and Andrew are so powerful is because they have the concentrated agony of just a bunch of other random people.
Yes.
Yeah. And the like remnant in Frights, or I don't think they call it remnant exactly, but it's basically like it's just two different emotions, and Taggart thinks that agony is more powerful, but he's also like a flawed test conductor because he himself says that he's never really experienced joy and like happiness.
Also, like from narrative from Muppets gets his brain exploded and he thinks he can defend him with his mental powers, but it doesn't work.
Yep. There's a quote from Margie in The Real Jake that's basically exactly what Phineas Taggart says about agony, but she's saying it about love. She's like, I think love and hope are the most positive forces in the world. And it's like, okay, yes, you need to sort of read between the lines, because if someone were to say, I'm going to cite this book to say that agony is the strongest emotion in FNAF canon, it's like, well, that's what the bad guy said. It's obvious that love is the strongest because Jake ends up winning.
Also, the people who say remnant and the people who say agony are two different people, and so I think there's a very good argument you can make that remnant is like emotional energy and psychic echoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then agony is one subset of that. And Maury, this is going to be elaborated on in Chroma Key Theory Part 2, going to posit the existence of the anti-agony, which they call ecstasy, so it rhymes.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I've been looking a lot at Frights and the Fourth Closet, and like,
Why would you do that to yourself?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I want to make a theory video about Remnant and Agony and why I think that Edwin Murray did have Remnant in his factory.
Yes.
Like, I think there's two different versions of Remnant, or like quote unquote Remnant that exist in the games, because I think there's undoubtedly haunted metal where it's like the soul is attached to the metal, because that's like just explicitly described in the Fourth Closet. But there's also the emotional, like, memory aspect of things where that's more like what the Ella doll was, where the Ella doll created, like, a Charlie soul, essentially. But it was through Henry's, like, emotions and stuff that was put into the Ella doll. It wasn't actually Charlie herself.
Yeah, I mean, Elizabeth explicitly says Charlie does not have a soul.
Yep.
But Charlie is still like a thinking person, and like that's where all the Tulpa theories come from. That in addition to Remnant / Agony in this universe, if you get sad enough, you can create just another conscious being.
Yeah. Also keep in mind, Renelle is still alive in Frights, so they were able to take a remnant and put it into a pendant and bring things to life, but she's literally still alive.
Okay, so the way I interpreted it was not that it was Renelle's remnant, but that it was random people's remnant that he wanted to give to Renelle to heal her. Like he was like stealing pacemakers from dead people.
Interesting. Can you pull up that quote? I feel like I have to yell because Pheasant's car is so loud. Absol, can you pull up that quote from the epilogue? Because that's interesting.
Yeah, I will.
MCM runs on Tang like NASA? Is that real? Does NASA run on Tang?
The astronauts do. Tang? Tang is an orange drink that they give to astronauts for like electrolytes and scurvy, and it's very bright orange. So it's kind of like
calling that like lava or honey.
Yes, it's calling the lava in MCM Tang.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought it was like they run on Fanta, and so does NASA.
They both do.
Orange sludge.
Yeah, and so in Maury's theory, like remnant is the whole person, and agony is just the agony. Although even the interesting is like Jake being born out of love, is
Mhm.
I interpret it as still the primary emotion to make Jake is agony, because the first line of the real Jake is Jake doesn't remember the last time he's felt comfy.
Mhm.
So the entire time the real Jake is happening, Jake is producing human flesh. Jake is producing agony.
However, and we got to remember that like Scott's writing this in his quote unquote like morality or whatever might not line up with ours. Real Jake is the Simon doll, and the Simon doll is only the positive memories that Jake would have been making. Like Simon doll is to Jake what the Ella doll, what Henry made of the Ella doll into Charlie,
Yeah.
is what
I
is
think-
made from Jake with positive feelings.
Oh, yeah, I think the
I died.
reason why the Jake in the epilogues is so nice is because of all the positive feelings.
Yeah.
But I think he also has agony in him because Jake was just in the room generating agony.
Yep. There's literally a line about how like with Jake and Margie in the room, like there's no hope or something like that.
Yeah, and like even I interpreted Margie's whole thing as like
1, 2,
pre-grieving
3. Yeah.
Jake. So like, but it's a
1,
more.
2, 3.
I mean, Elizabeth's whole thing
Noise
in the
scare.
first closet is that the like base emotion of each Charlie bot is
1.
based off of what Henry is feeling. I'm gonna mute him
Yeah,
until
you
he
know
gets
what?
out of the tunnel.
Yes, I will also. I apologize, Fazent, but you are muted.
It's so funny to see his features like open and just.
It's like a monster. I'm gonna eat
So
you.
is that the way Elizabeth explains
Hey,
it-
Mrs. Trap. This is night 6. You've
Yeah.
been trying to beat night
Is
5 for
that
3 streams. Night
Elizabeth-
6.
Each Charlie bot has a different like core personality trait based on the like more nuanced emotions Henry was feeling, but she's still like generated from from Henry's agony. So it's like both.
Night 6
Like-
swap.
Okay, first I'm gonna get the epilogue quote.
Also, the last stream you like restarted the game, didn't you?
I had to restart the game, and I beat night 5 last stream, so it only took me 2 streams. But the reason it took so long is because I had to play the whole game. Logically, it would make
I
no
love that
sense
one.
for. When do you guys read that really long comment?
Logically, it would make no sense for Scott to add details to a set of characters from the universe where small details are stupid important and not if those details are realistic information. Are you new here?
There's a lot of stuff Scott doesn't
that
know.
doesn't do coincidences.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Talbert's remnant explanation. In non-scientific terms, it's like the metal is haunted. It's more complicated than that, of course. It's similar to the way that water conducts electricity. Hey, water, electricity. Remnant is the mixing of the tangible with the intangible, of memory with the present. The people and things that are lost, it makes them almost real again. Talbot had a sad, faraway look in his eyes. You know, when Renelle was a little girl, she was sick. She was in and out of the hospital on an almost constant basis. I was scared, terrified really, that she would die. I stayed up nights trying to think of ways to protect her. I made this little pendant for her out of remnant. That way I could never figured I could never lose her entirely. So, okay. So everything up until that last sentence, what makes the most logical sense is that it's someone else's remnant.
Yes.
But Talbot does not bring. Oh no, Talbot does bring up remnant's healing properties in the whole climax with Eleanor. But then the last sentence makes it sound that remnant is a recording mechanism. And so what he actually did was fill the pendant with empty remnant. And by wearing the remnant pendant, she like wrote to the remnant her own personality.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is not, I guess, because we always describe remnant as something that has already been imprinted with someone's soul. And,
Hang of the Mimic. Chat's still really fixated on Tang.
Are they over slop? Did anyone say Tang slop yet?
Remnant
think
is a
so.
mixing
Slop of the
of the
Tang.
tangible with the tangible.
The mixing of the water and the powder. Kool-Aid
In
Tang slang.
non-scientific terms, it's like the metal is haunted. Okay, so that sentence implies that remnant is haunted metal, not a special kind of metal that's easy to haunt. But you would not want to extract if you're trying to keep someone alive. You would not want to take. Presumably, taking the remnant out of a living person is a painful process. And you'd not get maybe you'd get a net healing effect, and it's like when they take out your own blood to give you as a blood donation later when you get surgery. But if he's making if Talbert is making a remnant pendant to remember his daughter, why would he give it to his daughter if it already had her remnant in him? He'd want to keep it himself.
To collect her remnant, so so that she imprints onto it? Question mark.
Yeah, so I think. But I made this little pendant for her out of remnant, not I made this little pendant out to get her remnant.
All right, let's
Like
switch topics. Read Mrs. Trapp's most recent post.
The new Leon Riskin teaser was called "The Return of the Black Bloom," and it showed a cave with a lot of steel wool exclusive renders. I kind of feel like Black Bloom was gonna be some agony stuff plus F10.
Yeah, so Leon Riskin has been teasing a completely unrelated to FNAF project for a while and posted a trailer called Return of the Black Bloom with a bunch of random Unity store assets that are also present in FNAF, and people have deluded themselves into thinking it's a new FNAF game.
I mean, with the way
Conformity
these
gate all
rights
over
work,
again.
he could have even if he asked Steel Wool, hey, what stock asset pack do you use?
And there's a lot of misinformation going around. People are like, the helmet in the game is the same as the helmet in the trailer. And then, Unwither Truth found the helmet on the Unity store. He's like, nope, no, it's not. These are all completely very common asset packs. It's very obviously not FNAF related. It looks nothing like FNAF. It looks like a cheap indie game.
How dare Leon Riskin work on more than one franchise?
And Return of the Black Bloom is obviously not a FNAF thing. There's no such thing as a Black Bloom to be returning.
Yeah.
He's also, I think he's
Stuff says
also.
they're not on Twitter. They were told they were steel wool assets.
They're on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I was told they were still.
Don't spread misinformation challenge.
Yes. To be fair, Mrs. Trapp, I was not saying you were deluded. I was saying that there are people who were convinced of this despite counter evidence staring them in the face. I do think that Leon is working on a remaster of his FNAF songs. I'm dead. Bonnie got me. Oh no, no Bonnie, no Bonnie, no Bonnie. No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Trapp. I did not mean to insult you.
Mrs. Trapp, we love you.
Leon's post about the Return of the Black Bloom thing said it's going to be a busy year. So I think that's to kind of show that hey guys, this is unrelated from what I've been posting about. This is a new project. This is not the FNAF music album I've been teasing.
I mean, he's also doing music for the Obsessive Shadow.
3. Ooh, what's that?
It's a FNAF-inspired house survival game that
Narrow Raven had the dev on one of his recent streams.
Oh, that's very cool.
They're remastering the first version and releasing a second chapter, and that's a real actual game with budget that they got Andy Fields to have it. Andy Fields is a voice in it, and Leon Riskin is doing the music because these aren't people up with exclusive contracts with Steel Wool. If you have money, you can just hire them to do things.
Yep.
Leon Kennedy is my preferred Leon. Okay.
True. What about Leon from Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
He's voiced by David Boreanaz.
Did you final on my fantasy?
No.
Okay.
This isn't a Mori stream.
Yeah, or a T-Dress.
I haven't been on a T-Dress.
That's whatever.
I haven't been on a T-Dress stream either.
I'm moving up in the world though. I'm on a GiBi's Horror Homestead stream.
Well, this is the peak. You could still Mom, go down to a T-Dress stream, but
Mom, get the camera. I'm hanging out with an old man. Mom, get the camera.
But yeah, if you guys have ever heard someone talking about Abyss in reference to an upcoming FNAF game, Abyss is probably the name of the album Leon's going to release that's a remaster of his FNAF music and is not a new game.
Oh my god, I think people are just lying.
No, they're just
Well,
wrong.
no, because he
I-
said stuff like associating it with FNAF, but if it's a
Yep.
that would also actually explain. They did like a Halloween music. Steelwood did like a Halloween music stream, and people pointed out that some of the songs were remasters.
Yep.
And if Riskin is just remastering every FNAF song,
Abyss sounds like
Yes.
babies.
But like, if you go on like
Not
Impulse
really.
Evans' channel or on Rytos, they're always like, "We're going to see this in Abyss when it comes out." They're getting that name from Leon's tweets, and I'm 100% convinced that Abyss is an album and not a game because the chances of Leon Riskin, the composer, tweeting the name, a bunch of teasers, including a little like coded message, and the trailer to a new Steel Wolf FNAF game, or even a Scott FNAF game, is 0. The idea of announcing the next FNAF game on the composer's Twitter is 0. Abyss
Yeah,
is
but
not a
only-
new FNAF game.
yeah.
I always imagined it
But
was when I hear Abyss, I always imagine it was like a code name or something, like a development name. I didn't imagine it was actually the next game was going to be called Abyss.
Yeah.
Because that's
No.
dumb.
Yeah, Leon's...
Well, maybe they'll pull it Square Enix and not figure out a new name for it.
Project Triangle
Triangle
Strategy.
Yeah. An Octopath Traveler.
That one's kind of a name. It's not Rock Paper Scissors the game.
Yeah.
Triangle Strategy.
Well, it's Rock Paper Scissors Ethics, the game.
So
Can't
Fazent
believe
says
it's called-
some of the assets are from Steel Wool. I have not seen anything that confirms that. I've not seen a single thing where someone went, I have confirmed this is not on the Unity store and is only in FNAF. I've heard people say that, but I've not seen anything like that that actually proves that. And I'm sorry, but like
As
the
in,
water in the
Pokemon
trailer
already.
looks nothing like water in a FNAF game, and it's so bad. It is genuinely so low poly. It just looks awful, and for that to be a FNAF teaser is like really sad.
What if it's bad on purpose? What if it's bad water?
Wait, that's true.
It's toxic water, so it acts all low poly.
That would be a cool thing to do in a game.
I act all low poly.
Wait, that's...
Yeah, I know. We know. You're inside. You're a low poly rat piloting a
Yeah.
human species.
So it's
I'm
a
an
water
old-school
slop.
RuneScape rat.
What if it was 1 a.m. and I'd already used 65% of my power?
It's over. I
Wow,
would hold it
apparently
for
they're
it.
saying to unsub from Nero because of a pizza. What are you talking about?
Nero's currently
Better stop.
live. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I know Nero was live. I was mirroring his stream for a little bit.
Doesn't he put like mayo on his pizza? Is that
No,
why?
because of Mayo Theory? Is that
I
what
was
you're
there
talking
for
about?
mayo theory. I
Yes.
was part of the people who donated for it.
That's classic FNAF lore. Like, here's the thing with the Abyss Leon stuff. We're getting the next FNAF game. Steel Wool is working on a FNAF game. We will get one as soon as we get one. Why
Bet
do
mayo on pizza's
people...
good.
Why did people think, like, oh, it must be what Leon is teasing?
I think people
Also,
just like
Steel
a
Wool
name.
is allowed to
for
work
the-
on other games other than FNAF.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also-
yeah, right. I had to think for a minute and be like, yeah, Scott does not own them.
Also, other studios can make games that are FNAF. Maybe we should give the next FNAF game to a competent studio.
To a studio that didn't make VR simulators before they started making FNAF.
Yes. To a studio that's ever... I guess no other studio's ever made a good FNAF game. But no other studio's ever made a bad FNAF game either.
In the Pit.
Into the Pit is
That's a
peak.
good-
Into the Pit's the best FNAF game.
Yeah. It doesn't play like FNAF.
That's fine.
And that's why.
And neither does Security Breach, and neither does VR, and neither does Ruin.
VR plays like FNAF. Because it is just
must-
FNAF but in VR.
Yeah, but so there's a
Lest
bunch of mini
change, lest you
games.
become stale. Change is inevitable.
Steel Wool
No,
also fired their
change-
marketing team. That is true.
Change is scary.
Mm.
Stuff needs to be the exact same as it was when I was 6.
Wait, that's true.
Or no, how old was I when FNAF 9?
No, that's how old I
That's
was.
crazy. No.
I got into
I
it.
was living that crying child life.
I got into it during FNAF 3, so I would have been 10.
Crazy.
I was part of the people who literally talked about it at the playground.
That's so funny. Give FNAF to Ed Mullins. I think that's the guy who did Binding of Isaac. No, you're thinking of Edward of Ed McMillan.
You're thinking of Edwin.
Edwin McMillan.
It's funny. I can think of like studios I think would take a good crack at FNAF, but I don't think they'd want it. I don't think they'd want to do it.
Edmund McMillan. Yeah, there we got it.
They like want to have their own franchises.
Give it to the people who made Poppy's Playtime. See if they do good. They actually know how to make a video game at least.
Bonnie got me. Okay, I'm gonna give this one more try. Oh, Chica got me. Interesting. Hello, Counterattack. Someone says, don't give it to Bethesda. Give it to Obsidian. Give it to the guys who made KOTOR 2 and Fallout New
The
Vegas.
thing is, Obsidian can only write.
Then FNAF would finally be written by writers.
3.
We have to listen to. You'd hate it because there'd be 10-minute unskippable cutscenes about
1,
philosophy.
2, 3.
Well, if it's FNAF, I like cutscenes.
1,
Because FNAF is more like a book to me than a game.
1, 2, 3. I've been saying on a lot of streams, intentionally to get people angry, but also to prove a point, that they should give FNAF to Ubisoft. And we could get a FNAF game a year, and they could give it to one of the good teams. I'm not saying make it Assassin's Creed. Give it to the guy who made the Mario Rabbids games, and it could be really good. 1, 2, 3. And you guys went silent, because that's a really thing that I say that makes people mad. But I'm sorry. Give it to a team.
I'm not sure what to say.
Give it to a team with infinite money, and just give it to a director who actually cares, and don't rush it out the way Assassin's Creed is. And I think Ubisoft could do a good job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's why I wasn't sure what to say, because the game a year is kind of incompatible with not rushing it.
Scott released 4 FNAF games in 1 year. I think we could do it.
Yeah, and then I think it was an Andrew Hussey situation where the reason he's still so active, even though he, quote, retired, is because he was working too much.
Somebody said
I mean, if we're talking about giving to Ubisoft, they should give it to the guys who made Clair Obscura, because that's just a bunch of that's all the good Ubisoft people.
The guys who made Carton and Bam
That's
Bam.
true.
It would be so funny if the guys who made the best game of 2025 are now working on FNAF.
That would be great.
The best game, you mean Silk Song?
36-hour unskippable philosophy scene. Wait, that's true. You can find that on GiBi's Horror Homestead.
So, not to keep talking about the Locked Tomb, but in one of the side short stories, there's just a character who's like, do you believe the soul is indivisible? Do you believe the soul is impermeable? Do you believe the soul is infinite? And they just talk about the mechanics of how souls work in their universe. And I wish characters would do that in FNAF, so then we'd actually know something.
I wish characters would have a conversation like any piece of media.
I wish that
Yeah, that too.
2 characters in FNAF sat down and said, hey kids, souls are splittable, and Remnant can be divided between animatronics. Also, Andrew is the vengeful spirit, and then walked away.
And also, David Murray is Dave the Crime Child. William Afton kidnapped him and turned him into his own son.
Elizabeth died first.
Seeker.
Yeah, that's why I said it. Give me a FNAF Tactics game.
There's never been a conversation between characters in FNAF.
Wait,
in
that's
Sister
true.
Location.
There's been
yeah.
one, yeah.
Because the guy who says she can dance, she can sing. She's equipped with both.
No. If I die to this, I'm okay. Never mind.
What are you gonna do if you? What would you do if you died?
I saw Bonnie and I opened the door instead of closing it. If I died to that, I would have done another try. Because I already said this is my last try. But that's such a stupid mistake. That's such a dumb mistake. I wouldn't have counted it.
Yeah, Vanessa. People are pointing out that Vanessa does technically talk to Freddy.
Security breach
Gregory.
doesn't count.
Security breach isn't real.
People are saying
I mean, technically,
a tactics game like XCOM or like Mario Rabbids, that would be fun.
I want a mystery game where you basically get to put the game loop. A big part of the game loop is putting together the lore, and then the game checks you want to see what's correct. So
I want
then
a game where you can
everyone
wall jump.
gets to be a
I want a game where you
seer.
can wall
So-
jump.
So like Return of the Obra Dinn or Seance of Blake Manor or The Golden Idol, something like that.
Yeah, but what if you can wall jump in FNAF? You can't wall jump in Ocarina of Time. That's why it's a bad game.
Wait, that's wrong.
You can't jump in Ocarina of Time. That's why it sucks.
When
Bruh.
I unlocked jumping in Days, my first thought was of you.
If you can't jump in a video game, what's the point in playing it? Like, unironically, what's the point in playing a game where you can't jump?
I was arguing with one of my friends about Baldur's Gate because he's like, you should play Baldur's Gate 3. And I said, I'd rather do literally anything else because if I wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, I'd play it in real life. And he's like, but it's a video game. And I said, if I wanted to play a video game, I'd play Banjo-Kazooie because you can jump. So, like, I get it. I get it. However, as Mrs. Trapp says, not all games need jumping.
Yes, they do.
Security Breach surely did not.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's why they took Arnold's kneecap.
Secret of the Mimic feels weird because you can't jump.
Bruh.
The level design is better because you can't jump, because it's clear where you can and can't go, but I don't like not being able to jump. I feel limited. I feel stuck.
Jump slop, jump slop. Says
Wow.
Cursed
When's
Child.
the last time you jumped in real life?
Like an hour ago.
Oh. Why?
You know.
to
I was
glitch through a
having
door.
good time.
Had to backwards lunge jump to glitch through a door.
I backwards long jump all the time. It's how I get to work.
True. Mrs. Trapp says you play D&D, GiBi. Yes, I do.
I'm actually in a college class that's like media studies about like the influence of like Japanese fantasy, like the cultural interchange in modern fantasy between Japan and the West. But it's also the like group project class, Gen Ed, and the way the teacher pulled that off is we have to do mandatory D&D sessions.
What?
Yeah,
That's so cool.
and
I
like
wish I
write
could play D&D, but I don't have friends.
and like we gotta like write reflections on it and like come up with a pitch of like how to adapt our session our like story into another medium because it's also like about adaptation. We're doing Call of Cthulhu first. But yeah, you go to a weird woke college. You can go to you get Gen Ed credit for D&D class.
But I can't go to a weird woke college. I live in Ohio.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Okay, so I'm safe from Foxy now.
So people are saying they agree with me after saying I'd love to play D&D, but I don't have friends.
Okay, so
If
Foxy.
everybody who's ever said that got a friend, got together and played it, we'd have
We'd have
a
friendships.
D&D campaign. And friendship is magic.
That
Friendship
is
the real
true.
treasure all along.
My
What a
Little
friendship. I used to wonder what friendship could be until you all shared its magic with me.
You're not gonna
What?
do the rest.
I'm locked in.
Okay.
Big adventure, tons of fun, a beautiful heart, faithful and strong, sharing kindness is an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. My Little Pony, don't you know you're all my very best friends? Whew, still got it.
Good job. I love that show as a
Yes,
kid. I
yes.
was in the actual target audience.
I was not.
A different Hasbro franchise had a stranglehold on me growing up, so I don't know anything about My Little Pony. Those stupid horses.
Stupid horses. A FNAF-based one-shot would slay. I agree.
Oh, someone's actually done like an animated recap of that.
Of a D&D campaign?
A FNAF-inspired D&D campaign. It's a one-shot. So it's like edits of their like cutouts of their session with little drawings. But actually, I think people are too quick to like play D&D and everything. I think actually you'd want to do Call of Cthulhu because that's one for like horror stories where like the characters are very vulnerable.
Yeah, if anyone ever plays D&D with the rules as written, they're doing it wrong, so you just modify it.
Well, it's all about doing it for
Bruno.
the right. It's the right tool for the job. Hasbro, for money reasons, is trying to convince people that you can play any kind of game with D&D, but that's not true. It's like thinking that the only way a video game can exist is if it's a Skyrim mod.
That's funny.
Hasbro's evil. Did you know that? Hasbro has me by like the neck and makes me give them money.
That's true. They're like, hey,
Every
I got
single
you
day of my
hooked
life.
on I got you hooked on cocaine. Now you need to buy it. And I say, okay. Now by cocaine, I mean Magic the Gathering cards. What's the difference?
By cocaine, I mean Transformers.
Yeah. Call of Cthulhu FNAF campaign would go hard. It's so true.
Someone says they watched the D&D movie. I watched that in theaters. It was pretty good.
That's
Hasbro
good.
might
I
have
like
an
I
animation.
like how they did like most of the cast is not like even has a class.
Mhm.
And I like that they were just like, no, we're going to tell a heist movie because that actually works as a movie and it's going to be in the world of D&D.
Yeah. There's enough stuff to point and go, I understand that reference, while it was still a good movie.
And, yeah, and
I
like
love references.
using the rules, like the big bad is from Faye.
Mhm.
And like when I was watching with my mom, I like paused and I'm like, I figured out the bad guy's plan, and I was correct because I know how Faye works.
I love references. That's why I like the FNAF 2 movie.
Boo, boo. This is
I
your
like
last GiBi scream. This is your last GiBi stream.
I'm making a joke. I actually hate that movie.
No, I'm the one with the slightly more positive feelings, but honestly, as time has gone on, they've become more negative.
I left the theater thinking like, oh, that's like a 7 out of 10. But the more I thought
Same.
about it, the lower and lower it went.
Same.
I left the theater thinking, where's the rest of the movie?
Yeah, that too.
I want to know what
I
happened.
verbally said out loud to T-Dreads, I swear if this is the last shot, and then the movie ended.
I literally
Again,
told my friend who I was going there
I
with.
think I've said this on a stream before, but I did not believe that the projector hadn't glitched until it was the Henry post-credit scene, because like that picks up right where the movie ended, where like the Springtrap post-credit scene could be after the end of an actual movie.
Omnisoap says
While I
Clutch Gibson? I don't know what they're talking about.
You're Dutch?
No, Clutch. Or something.
Oh.
On the way to the FNAF 2 movie, I was like, if that dastardly Daniel guy is Michael, I'm walking out of the theater.
Of course! Okay, so did you guys know like the leaks ahead of time?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I
Okay.
knew that he was apparently called Michael, but I didn't believe it because
Yes.
I knew the basic tenet of screenwriting that you can't have two characters with practically the same name.
This is Scott
There are
I
Cawthon.
didn't-
Michael's in the movie.
This is Scott Cawthon. I lost.
I didn't know that Scott was the only writer on this movie.
What's up, Exploding Loaf?
These guests, I can't escape them. True.
How are they in every stream?
Oh yeah, because you
He was
were
in
with
Maury's stream last night.
Maury
And we were
last
both there,
night.
too.
Well, Exploding Love, you didn't see the mega streamer. I was in everyone's stream.
If anyone's watching this who wasn't here in the beginning, just scroll that red thing all the way back to the beginning to see the peak. The peak that
And
was
then go
this
to
best stream.
Absolute, click on the stream and go out like 10 minutes from the end of it.
The other, the only leak that ended up being false was that Balloon Boy is Garrett, which I think is really funny, because, like, how do you get everything else right, and then you don't, and then you get that wrong?
It's being silly.
If I knew that was Michael, I wouldn't have seen the movie. I would not
Bruh.
have watched the movie. I care very strongly about Michael Afton, and seeing him as just, like, evil makes me mad.
No.
I mean, my thing was we already have Michael Afton. Her name
We
is
already
Vanessa.
have 2 of them.
Exactly.
We already have 2 of them.
Yeah.
And
We
I
have
was
2
like,
of them.
fans who are like, oh, Mike is an Afton, like thinking the movie was lacking on Michael Afton, were blinded by gender. But
Vanessa's
I think-
obviously Mike, yeah. Like, I thought that was very silly.
I think Scott was, very too reactive to fan feedback.
So now Dastardly Daniel's in the movie, and I hate it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, my idea was that he was Sammy and that he wanted to free Charlotte to
No
wreak havoc.
Sammy.
My idea
Gibby,
was
can
he's
you...
just a guy.
Gibby, can you tell me the plausibility that the purple guy animatronic from FNAF 2 is canon to the FNAF lore? Please, I need this, says Exploding Loaf,
There
who's
is
literally
no
a FNAF
purple guy
theorist.
animatronic.
Not.
Have you
is
not
no-
seen the leaks in FNAF 2, the game of the purple guy animatronic? He's real,
And
you
so
guys.
Sparky the dog is in FNAF 2.
Sparky the
or FNAF
dog.
1.
Yes.
And Pink Guy is true. The Color
Yep.
Brothers.
Well, yeah, one of them is named Henry Miller, and he's the most evil person in the world.
What's
Peter,
Gibby
you'd
thinking
like,
about?
You like Spaceship at Freddy's because their version of William is like canonically the most evil person to ever exist.
Theory,
Like God,
stop.
who
Mrs.
is
Trap,
is
you need to
the
stop.
real Fredbear is like, this is the most evil guy to ever exist.
Purple Guy animatronic is real. Trust me, my dad works at Scott Cawthon.
That's what I
Quite funny.
say that all the time.
Yeah, no, that's a
I
good.
say my
His
dad works
name
at
is
Scott
Henry.
Cawthon all the
He
time.
made the something. He made the cyborg phone people.
His name is Henry.
He made
the Charlie. Unless you're
Alright.
talking about.
I thought we were talking about Henry
Henry.
Miller, who was a
I don't
completely
know
different
anything about
guy.
Day Shift.
You
Me
should play
neither.
Day Shift. It's actual good
stupid.
writing. I need to
I'm-
stop spoiling all the
Bruh.
cool twists.
I don't like reading.
Well,
Alright.
there's a lot of text to speech in it, so you don't actually have to read.
Guys,
don't
we're
like
gonna
reading.
be heading out soon. So unless someone has a super chat, we're gonna wrap things up a little bit. Give me money. Exploding Loaf says I'm not a theorist. I'm a long form guy. Oh, he got upset when I called him a FNAF theorist. That's funny.
I'm not a theorist. I'm a stream guest.
I'm only in the theory space because y'all like my thumbnail renders. That is true. You did one of my I forget which one, but you did one of my
That's true. That
one of
he's
my
only
thumbnail
here
renders.
because of that.
No, he
I'm
just
in-
did one of
I'm-
them.
I'm in the streams now because I went to a bookshop once.
Exploding Loaf, no.
There's $2 to go for another hour.
Two euros or pounds or whatever that is. Go for another hour. No.
I could play GeForce and you could
Oh my god.
I can stream it to Discord and you can put that on the stream.
So I would be streaming a Discord stream. That would be like 0 bit rate. Like that would be 2 frames per
Oh.
second at 140p. How far are you? Let's talk
I
about
got
that.
Nitro.
How far are you in your GeForce, the Disney game based on the
Theoretically, like-
hit kids movie GeForce 2008?
Technically, like 3 hours into it,
entire
it's taken,
copy.
it's taken after like 6 hours to get like 3 hours into the game.
No, we're 3 hours in and it's taken me 3 hours to get like an hour in because we talk over all the dialogue.
Bruh.
And I'm not very good at this kind of game, so we don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
If I were playing, I would have won. I would have beaten the game already.
Mrs. Trap says, "Let's play D&D." If there was a group of theorists who wanted to do like a one shot or something, I don't necessarily want to tell. So I think he's brought this up. So Unwithered plays D&D, and so does Candy Bunny. So maybe something like that might happen in the future. Who knows?
Again, I think if you're gonna do something FNAF theme, you need to do Call of Cthulhu instead of D&D, because then you're not just blasting the animatronics with fireballs. You're like actually vulnerable and trying to survive.
Magic missile. Magic
Magic
missile.
missile.
Magic missile.
It doesn't miss. I will shoot it at Chica. Mio
Yeah,
says,
no, but if you want them to like investigate a FNAF mystery,
Mhm.
like
FNAF mysteries
you
with
wanna-
T-Treads.
what you want to do is
"You just
like,
spoiled the ending. It's that Andrew's in the games." Also, Mio says, "I think they skipped my question. Ask your question again, because I'm just now kind of looking at chat."
yeah, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna want to do Call of Cthulhu, and I can't write. One, I have to do D&D for school, and I'm
Crazy
my-
sentence. Crazy
Yeah,
sentence.
and my other classes are 7 units, so
Jeez.
You have to play D&D. I have to paint for school.
yeah.
Wait, you guys
and,
are in school.
Yeah, we're in college.
Mrs. Trap. That didn't even make sense, and you still made me upset.
Blasting Belor with fireballs.
No,
Yeah.
she hates Ballora.
That's not anything weird. That's like actual violent.
It
She
almost
hates
was.
Ballora.
It almost was.
Yeah, that's normal.
It's normal.
But yeah, Call of Cthulhu. People who are asking what Call of Cthulhu is, it's a tabletop RPG system that's specifically designed to do like eldritch horror stories. But it really works for basically instead of having super powered characters, you're just regular people, and like the format of each like module is like there's something going on, you got to investigate it, and you need the investigation to prepare yourself for whatever you have to deal with. And so I have a PDF of the. I can just read the back of the character map. I think we know what Call of Cthulhu
Yeah,
is.
so Mio, that's very interesting. So saying in the Bronze film last night, I've heard of that person, but I've never watched them. They realized in the Secret of the Mimic teaser, the coat rack had audio about Edwin's legs. Did anyone else notice that? Yes. Me, T-Dreads, and Unwithered, when we were scanning through all of the teasers before the games, you can hear someone screaming, "My leg," kind of like SpongeBob.
Like SpongeBob.
Yeah, like screaming, and we're
Oh.
like, it kind of sounds like my legs. Isn't that weird? Because in the Mimic story, he, there's
Doesn't have
no
legs, and then
legs.
he does have legs.
Yeah, so we're like, that's very interesting. So we didn't know it was the line from Edwin, from the end of the game, but we did hear the my legs thing when we were
And
first going
also
over
it brought
it.
us cry. So while we found cry theory,
Yeah, cry theory. Yeah.
we found actual
Yeah.
hidden evidence that we just didn't have context for.
Yeah.
I forgot about Cry Theory. I remember that.
Cry theory is something.
I was listening to that on the drive to my doctor's appointment.
It was so fun, like after lecture every week, coming back to us going crazy over a teaser.
Yep. What is cry theory? Okay, so so the Secret of the Mimic teasers were filmed on film, so they have in universe. So they have film grain and stuff like that. They were then converted to like VHS, so they also have VHS aberrations. And then in the narrative of the universe, they were uploaded for us to watch. So we're watching a video that was put through film damage and also VHS damage. And there's one frame every, I think we counted it, it was every 15 seconds. There'd be one frame in which the different layers of film damage lined up, so it looked like the letter CRY were visible. And in one teaser, that complete random chance overlapped with a white area of the screen where you could see the head of the Cleanovac. And so, as we were going through the trailer frame by frame, the words cry just appeared on our stream. And we're like, what is that? That's crazy. That's real. That's actually there. So me, T-Dreads, and Unwithered talked for well over an hour, trying to figure out what cry could mean, seeing if it was real. We're like, no, it's literally letters. Like, you don't get letters like that. T-Dreads ended up going to John FNAF's stream and donating, I think, $10 to him to be like, go to this exact frame, it says cry. And John's like, this is really weird. Like, what? But that got John.
The conclusion was that was like a watermark in the filter.
So that was one of my theories, is that it was a watermark in the filter, but it only appears with the exact overlap of those two filters. Again, I think every 15 seconds. So we think
so
it's
just
literally just a
emergent
coincidence.
property.
Yes.
I remember someone more recently than that, because in that stream you brought up how in the capital letters of the hacked font it says David.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just because a guy named David made it.
Yeah.
And someone else brought that up somewhere else. I was like, no, that's just the guy who made it. It's a free font that's based on Watch Dogs. It has
Scott
nothing to
doesn't
do with
do
FNAF.
coincidences.
Yeah. I get comments on my videos pretty frequently about people saying the D in the hacked font says David. Just like, oh my god, David's like in the thing. This proves like God David because he's actually within the font. This is a cool thing from Scott. I'm like, no, it's not, but I get it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I only know like where it comes from because I was like, oh, I need a FNAF style font for my videos, and that's the first result.
Yes.
Oh, we got 2 more super chats.
Exploding Loaf donated 2 E's and said, "Make Loaf Theory real."
Secret
Secret
of the Mimic
is the best
game.
FNAF game.
Boo! I don't want to be your friend anymore.
And then OmniSoap says, was a peak stream. Can't wait for the next one. Any plans for the next ABCD?
Yeah, so I have a couple things I want to debate isn't the right word, but I have a couple like questions and things I want to cover. I definitely want to do a Toy Shink thing. So maybe talk to Unwithered about Crying Child Toy Shink and like Connie about like Mike Toy Shink and stuff like that. So just different opinions
But
about
I thought she
that.
was Mike UCN.
Yeah, the one you should not have killed.
No, I thought her theory was that you play as Mike and Toy Shink is Cece.
No, it's
Their
that
theory was
Mike
that
is not.
Cece was.
Yeah. It's that Mike is the one you should not have killed because he died when he was scooped, is their theory.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
a Toy Shink duology or more if I can find other people.
Does anybody
yeah.
still believe that Andrew's the Toy Shink in current year?
Probably
unironically.
not any of like our main
On
people.
FNAF
Yeah.
Twitter and Reddit.
There's people on FNAF Twitter and Reddit who believe everything or anything. I saw someone posting that they don't think that there's ghosts in FNAF. Okay.
And they'll
Okay,
crucify
so
you
that
if you agree
one,
with
that
them.
one gets like a, because you can like argue that like nothing of like what you think about is a ghost is the rules in FNAF, but these are words that in the real world do not refer to any real objects. So when you are creating something fictional, the specifics are just whatever the rules are in that universe. So in the universe of FNAF, ghosts are like psychic records of people and not like the continuity of their consciousness.
No. The animatronics just want to stuff you in a suit because it's against the rules and there's no ghosts.
But that's never been true. Like that's
No,
why
but it
there's
is
the
true.
That's why there's the Endo Easter egg to tell you that that Ralph is wrong.
Omnisoap says, I saw a Mike victim today. Wither Truth just did an anti-Mike victim video. That was good. Glitch Stinger says, lots of people still believe in Andrew Toyshank.
That's insane.
I'm sure they do. Well, the version of Andrew in the books might not be the version of Andrew from the games, but with Tales games being confirmed not canon, we now have a games and a books version of Edwin. So technically, that actually proves that we have a games and a books version of Andrew.
So,
I hate
Maury
Andrew.
has me leaning very heavily towards Cassidy Afton.
Evil.
No, I'm. If you guys saw my stream, I'm also leaning that direction.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And this is not for like formal theorizing, but for my headcanon timeline that exists in my head. Like the character of Cassidy as like the Cassidy vengeful spirit as we think of her. I like that character, and I'm like,
Yeah, me too.
well, if I'm making it so the crying child is named Cassidy, you need a name now. Oh my god, I think he might just be Andrew.
If it was confirmed that I don't know, that like David Murray. So I'm actually leaving David Murray Toyshank. I know that Unwithered is Bite Victim. But yeah, like the name Andrew could be in there. It makes sense.
Yeah, because like it could be, because like you can say that like I used to be so against Andrew Toyshank, but like now there's like an array where to arrange the evidence that I think like does make sense, which is that the logbook is just the crying child talking to himself, but he has David inside of him.
Yes, Kingdom Hearts wise. Oh, wait, you're not at Birth by Sleep yet. Tell me when you finish Birth by Sleep. That's the important one.
And then he has David inside of him, and then there is still a golden duo, because UCN itself gives strong evidence for Toyshank as a spirit in Golden Freddy, and there's all these CC Toyshank things, but I just can't wrap my head around CC being able to comprehend cause and effect to the level that he would blame William for him dying.
Yeah.
And so, and if it's a like, oh, well, he's the one who pulled the plug, I mean, especially now that we have the idea of like, it's the last emotion. He would not be feeling vengeful when he got the plug pulled. He would be feeling either nothing or like scared because he's like crying. We see like what's happening in his mind when he gets the plug pulled. And so I'm like, okay, so we have this vengeful spirit character who's the second spirit in Golden Freddy, and we have this vengeful spirit from the other timeline. So maybe it is that. Maybe it's and David Murray isn't blonde.
Ooh.
I mean, I know Book Andrew isn't blonde either, but
Exploding Loaf says, holy words, I need to watch more of your guys' videos. I got fried after trying to watch the 32-hour video. First of all, 36 hours, get it right. Second of all, it's interesting. I do always wonder how... No, I'll take that back. I think about how I know for a fact we are incoherent to anyone who's not a, like, FNAF lore expert. If you don't have a degree literally in FNAFology, a lot of our conversations are incoherent.
Shout out FNAFology.
Shout out FNAFology. She's the best.
I got my degree in pathology with a minor in computer science.
Yeah. Like, listen. Andrew Toyshank is really interesting. Someone in chat says, I love how the Andrew people just ignore Jake's existence. It's like, well, you see, Jake is a parallel, but Andrew's literally canon. To me, it sounds like you guys speaking a foreign language whenever I speak to you guys, LMAO.
I mean, no, Cassie is in the games, just the last name's Afton.
Yeah.
No.
Exploding Loaf. I like, obviously I talk to you all the time, but like, I guess I've never really put together that like you're not a theorist. So this is quite funny. You might be a good resource for a video I want to make. So one of the next big videos I'm coming out with is going to be about FNAF memes. like the memes that the community made in 2025, so that if someone's just joining now, they'll understand what "wait, that's true" and 14 theory are. But yeah,
There's no
making
understanding it. It's genuine nonsense.
making a or like Green Afton, like listen up guys, Green Afton
But also,
here.
like, we can create even
Remnant
more
Plex.
niche jargon. Like, you don't know who Mingus is.
That's true, but hundreds of people know that the T-Dread's brain rot, but many more don't.
Yeah.
We
So
have our own brain
Only
rot.
8 people know who Mingus is.
I was
My-
thinking
my
of
brain.
Edwin 5.
another sort of similar video that would be like explaining the real FNAF lore terms people use without thinking. Because I had someone in my chat ask me what the DCI was the other day, and I went, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. You have no chance of understanding anything."
Yeah, I mean, I think a FNAF glossary video would be very
Yes.
useful.
So maybe I can use Exploding Love to tell me, like, I hear you guys saying things all the time. What is the difference between the Vengeful Spirit and Toy Shink? And I'll say nothing. And then someone will pipe up and go, actually. We don't
Vengeful
know.
Spirit is actually the name in the file, or in
Yep.
the voices.com, so it's not really canon, so we can't really use the word vengeful for anything, actually.
And also, the one you should not have killed might not be the same as the face in the vent. Those might be 2 different entities.
Oh my god, you're right.
Okay, yo, Exploding Loaf, I got an idea. Why don't you quiz me on it? Yes. Okay, so on my channel, I have 3 FNAF quizzes. One is my friend Eric, who knows nothing about FNAF. One is my friend Christian, who played all the FNAF games, but really only through Markiplier and not really theory stuff. And one is YouTuber JJ McCullough. So we could do Exploding Loaf for FNAF quiz number 4. That would be really cool.
I am so vengeful.
Oh no, you need to get J-Reg on.
I'm not getting J-Reg on.
Those who know.
My
J-Reg
dog.
was like a
Maury's
image
coming.
format.
Maury's on their way.
Well, we're gonna wrap up in 2 minutes, unfortunately.
What?
Oh. Well, we can just migrate to someone else. We can migrate back to my channel.
Yeah. Someone says the slop you should not have killed. All right, what's up, Maury? So you're here just in time to say goodbye to everyone. I promise I'm not doing it personally. It's just 9:30 and it's time for me to go. OmniSlope says, GiBi, I'm sure J-Reg would do it. That's fine. Listen. I love JJ McCullough. JJ McCullough is one of my favorite YouTubers. JJ will occasionally talk about politics. I don't really care because he's Canadian. JJ is awesome. He is a good person. He has a lot of opinions I agree with, and I think he's really important. J-Reg is not necessarily someone I want on my channel.
Yeah, I'm only making that joke because it's a funny thing for you to picture
Yes.
because it would ruin your career.
And I'm not even saying, listen, literally the only thing I know about him is that he streams with JJ sometimes. I don't know any of his opinions. I'm not sitting here like, I hate him and everything he stands for. I just know he's political, and I'm not doing that.
Oh, his whole thing is doing like extreme views as a joke.
Yeah.
Is
Is it?
a specific type of humor that's hard to put into words?
Yes.
But
I do that, but not politically.
yeah.
Rage baiting.
So it's more than
Yes.
just having a politics tuber on your channel.
Yes. A rage bait
Having
politics
one-
tuber. Yeah.
Yeah, rage bait politics
Ah, my
on
favorite
your channel
flavor.
is a perfect way to describe it.
Yes. All right, KBLM Studio, I'm glad you were here. We are just finishing up. We did not beat Night 6, but I gave it a good try for like 2 hours. I'm really glad
Also,
that
if
you
send
stopped
me-
in, though.
If you send me a build, I will get it running on a DS flash cart.
You
Holy
can download it
pig.
on
Holy peak.
itch.io.
Is that the one that's supposed to run through the emulator? Is it a...
I assume all
I don't
versions
know.
can.
Okay.
I
I'll look
no, I
into that.
downloaded it off of there, and it does run on a Game Boy emulator.
Okay. Cool. Then I'll
Awesome.
just do that version.
All right, so good night, everyone. We're heading out. Good night, Loaf. Good night, Mio. Good night,
Good night. I
WTW.
play more GeForce, so we will not be navigating anywhere. Maybe I'll try to get on Narrow Stream. see
Yeah,
what happens.
everyone watching this, go to Narrow Stream right now if you're watching this. Goodbye, Aster.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mirror. Goodbye, Minad. Goodbye, Mrs. Trap. Goodbye, Ralph or something. I don't know. KBLM Studio. Once again, this was great. Everyone, go check out their thing. Maybe I'll link it in the description. I'll link like their itch.io page. But yeah, bye, New Metal Overlord. Bye, Banana Lee. Goodbye,